best to like man their PowerPoints from. I don't really want to get in the way of its screen, but like here,
I think I'll get a additional like a distributor, and then so we can speak out.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking there's another guy right over here at work, but want to make sure I'm not in your way. I'll go ahead and start getting this one.
So I'm on screen right now, live.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Are you gonna have the PowerPoint?
No, it's Laura to give you one this laptop?
No, I haven't seen the laptop, so I just plugged mine in.
to give you the laptop.
Figured I'd test it and get it going.
So we're gonna use it with the.
Okay. Do we have it? Okay.
Melissa, can you just talk in front of this mic?
Mr. Payne, how do we connect this to
They have a USB plug.
the laptop?
It needs a receiver.
So like a USB.
Yeah.
USB, where can we get the USB? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I think Stephen is keeping count.
Is that what I need to be doing? Am I doing that or setting up PowerPoints or where?
Testing.
I've got a 1 minute remaining sheet.
You need to remind them in 3 minutes. Is 3 minutes as well? Yeah. That's how they've been practicing. So they need to be reminded in 3 minutes and then that's 1 minute.
Cool. Let's do it. And then I need the USB for clicker and right now this class is showing up on
your laptop?
Do you have an audience laptop?
Huh? Oh, this is not used laptop.
Okay.
So
Melissa?
which one are we using?
And you test for me, just see.
If we use the laptop, do we have her password and her charger that you use to bring some? Same charger that you use, like to use charger. So which laptop are we using?
I don't care. I just don't know if that one's going to work because I haven't logged into it yet. And I also
I think let's
am
just
trying to hook up the PowerPoint to
Sit in the middle chair.
this classroom professional.
That was a great presentation, John. I think you need to consider your revenues.
3 is the one plus. Yep. It's 80 is the same thing last week.
Yeah.
And do you know why classroom 4 isn't popping up on Mirror?
Classroom
4?
So,
Yeah, I'll get it. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. I tried it.
that was a great presentation, Susan. I just think you need to consider your job's impact.
Can you sit there?
Your revenue model. Could you speak a little bit more on that? Do you feel like you're an expert?
Am I going to be able to hear and or listen to the judges' questions?
That's
Yes.
what he's testing
That's
right now.
what I'm testing with microphones.
Because I'm not in the room, so I'm very anxious.
You will hear.
Right? So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
really
no, that's
absolutely need to see this going on.
Yeah, you will.
FYI, Josh wants you to come on stage to welcome to congratulate the Challenge Prize winners.
On a stage.
Yes. The famous do the time.
It's a whole stage. And there's like 700 eyes.
Well, 250.
500!
Oh, yeah, people have two.
So, Stephen, are we winning?
What's up?
No, I'm saying with
I'm printing.
Now, we're going to need your help again. It's not connecting even with the ID letter.
No, it's fine. I'll just have to restart the
I want to leave this because all of them are here. All the presentations. So it's a folder, it's written final presentation. It's like written number 1 to number. Oh, shit, I need to get the sentence. Are we going to have a break? No. Let me just get it. Because everything is numbered. And they practice with these numbers.
Is he here?
Let me find out.
If he's not, then just email it to Steven. Are we live right now? Will people hear? Oh. Thanks for the insight.
Yeah, good morning, this is Ben here. Can you send someone with a key to your auditorium and open both sound rooms for me? Great, thank you. When you hurry, it's really urgent. Great, thank you.
And we'll have to hook this computer up. So it's not working on mine.
The problem?
The connection of the,
Oh, it's a problem with the system. He needs to fix it.
Hi, Tanzania.
Good, and how are you?
Fine.
Good to see you. Hey. Yeah, I'm going to send them to put them in the room, in the classroom. Okay, I'll send them this now. In 5 to 10 minutes.
Hi.
hey, how's it going? I'm Steve, I'm new to the program.
Oh.
Nice to meet you. I'm pretty Joshua Judge Matt again.
Oh yeah, I started printing it.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the judge's room.
Yes. So we need the to make it nice.
guess one of these if you can.
So can I just use yours quickly to just number this? You saw how they are sitting on that screen graph?
Yes.
That's exactly how they are ordered. And that's how they are on this chart. So she is already. Did you restart it? Because we're saying yes.
Is that what you said? It's
Yeah. So let me leave you with this. It's a folder written final presentation.
Oh.
You
Let me turn-
have the clicker and the clicker USB.
I have clicker USB plugged in.
Cool.
It's still yet to connect to the projector, but
How are you?
Good.
I want to start soon. How soon can you be ready?
I'm already streaming.
Oh wow.
Just need to test my mics, that's all. But I'm already streaming.
How are these mics? Are they good?
Yeah, they're good.
They're like, I mean, $3 grand. I can't believe I was doing $10 grand. Is that your camera?
Huh?
Are these our cameras?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Me too.
I hope you never let the kids touch it.
No, they don't. I keep them safe somewhere. When they bring them out, they have been pleading to use them.
Is it aircon working or is it cooling? Is it farming hand or is it?
I didn't even look. It looks very hot. We should change that. Yeah. What should I do?
I'll have you now.
Good. Yeah, all good. Just need to get Ross to reset this for me, and I'll be fine.
Do you need any help?
Hold on, one. Not at the moment.
Okay. If which ones just open to anything
Josh?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's really fun.
Like Noah came and I just told him to go.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, he came there? Oh, no.
Yeah, he came to like say I need to take this away. I was like,
Oh, no,
just
no.
go find
No,
food.
there's no ways you can take.
I was like, so.
When did you
No,
do that?
I think Chimeli sent him in.
You
You know, Chimeli does
Yeah.
sometimes
No, they had a
her
mix up. Listen, do you know if we're using Nextdoor for you guys today?
I don't, but there should
Okay,
be
that's
there shouldn't be anything that's going to make a noise.
No, just because there's a water leak there.
Oh no, we're not using this other side at all.
4, right?
No.
Okay, excellent.
They're just
Because I was told 3 and 4. I just want to know.
I just put it down. I just press down.
Okay, because it's very warm. If you walk under there, it's very warm. Shout on the south.
What should I do to use it?
24 is a good temperature. It should.
But it says heat.
Let's see. Oh, water. Put it on water.
And then that's it.
That should be fine. Okay, awesome.
Great. Okay, I'm going to get the judges to come in, okay?
Let me just finish with the mic. Just one
But you
sec.
can carry on testing while they're here.
Okay,
Like they
cool.
can sit and talk and, huh?
Sure.
Okay.
It smells bad.
Classroom 4 is still not showing up.
Yeah, I will get trust to myself. If I
Should
told
I tell him on my way out?
Yes.
Can Steve,
What's up?
could you help Ken with the sound? I'm going to go get Trust to reset the PowerPoint.
Just sit in front.
Sit right here.
Yeah.
Testing, talking. It's Monday, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
And you just start.
Okay.
Actually, you're presenting.
Presenting, flipping slides. Anzisha. All that come through? Perfect.
Yeah.
It'll work on my testing.
This is mine.
Oh,
This is mine. This side is mine.
you represent the money. You sit in the back.
Oh yes, we are.
No.
Oh, I'm really excited. Yeah.
It's really cool, man.
We are silent partners. We are silent partners. So we need to sit in the back and be silent. No pressure though.
Very end here.
Wherever is fine.
I'm claustrophobic. I'm gonna.
Someone seems to be. Oh, you want to sit here?
Someone.
Whose is this?
Well, someone is sitting there already.
Oh, is it you? Sorry. I like to be close to escape. I know that's a lot of psyche, but you know, I've been piece of it.
Okay.
I always look for the exit whenever I enter a room.
Okay, so
Oh, we don't have an audience like last time.
no, the audience of the whole school is watching on YouTube.
I'm so glad you got to pay my salary. Thanks.
So please meet Ken at the back, who is not only our head of IT but runs a great streaming business.
Is that an internal link for just for students? Can anyone watch?
You can share.
Yeah, can you give us the link
I
to share?
emailed it to you a minute ago.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, and then I think just to be aware, so when you stand up, you'll be around the camera. So maybe just move your chairs slightly. Whoa. Yeah, that's actually a good thing we checked that now. And then you can just head out. Yeah, let's sit like this. That's great. Okay. So I'm going to bring the kids in to come and say hi, and then we'll get started after that, okay?
All right,
Someone's getting a phone call. Maybe we should make sure that doesn't happen during the present.
I gotta play timekeeper at the end there, actually. If you don't mind. Oh. Which end? Just right where you are, I'm afraid. Gotta make sure these guys don't give you the whole business history and that stuff.
Good morning, judges. I'd like to welcome you today and introduce our wonderful entrepreneurs. They will introduce themselves, starting from Gerald.
Hi everyone.
Hey.
My name is Gerald Matolo. I'm 20 years old and I represent Kenya.
My name is Maelu Tekulabani. I'm 20 and I'm from South Africa.
My name is Sata Wahab. I'm 21 and I'm from Liberia.
I'm Toyba Abdurrahman, 20 years old from Sudan.
I'm Edgar Ed, 17 years old from Tanzania.
I'm Rebecca Njianarsan, 20 years old from Madagascar.
I'm Victoria Kafanai from Nigeria and I'm 15 years old.
I'm Jason Desan, I'm 22 years old and from Mauritius. I'm Monga Chowen, I'm 22 and I'm from Zambia.
I'm Nina Muhammad, I'm from Egypt and I'm 22 years old.
Good morning. Major Omandowo, I'm from Nigeria, I'm 20 years old.
Ignatius Ahunza, I'm 21 years old from Uganda.
Hi, my name is Fedwa, I'm from Morocco, 22 years old.
Je suis Ibrahima Konaté, j'ai 22 ans, je viens de la Côte d'Ivoire.
I'm Ibrahima Konaté, I'm 22 and I'm from Côte d'Ivoire.
My name is Vicente Reizal. I am from Angola. I am 18 years old.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
speaking both French and English?
So the first part of my life, I grew up speaking French. Okay. And the second part of my life, about 18. 18, I started speaking mostly English.
Okay. Alright, so you're not comfortable in
both.
That's a real gift to have there.
I would say now mainly English, but
Okay.
many more time on the English side of things.
Yeah.
More comfortable in English.
Do you speak any Lingala?
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty. Judges, are we ready? Do you have your score sheets and everything?
Give me just 2 seconds.
That's fine. You have a minute.
Are they coming in this order?
They're coming in that order.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
No, I was not sending a message because I'm going to have it off.
Sorry?
Your job's fine.
It's easier this time around. Huh?
Okay. I think we can get going.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah? Good. Pen? You good? Are we streaming? Okay. So a quick introduction. Welcome to the Anzisha Prize for 2017. For the first time we're streaming live in the hope that young entrepreneurs, inspiring entrepreneurs and students and teenagers from all over Africa and the world are able to see how essentially some of the very best entrepreneurs in the world have built their businesses and how they're going to present them to our esteemed judges today. We have our very distinguished judges joining us from all over the continent who are going to help us decide who the grand prize winners are. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first Anzisha Prize finalist, Munga from Zambia.
take us about 3 minutes.
Okay.
experienced judges first. You guys can walk. Whatever gets the
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Monga Choy, and I'm the founder of a groundbreaking business called Mobile Chilling. Imagine living in a society where everyone, regardless of their social status, has access to financial services. To bring that home, Zambia has a population of 16.2 million people, and of that population, 8.7 million people is the adult population. But only 36% of the adult population have access to financial services. Now, of that same population, 73% have access to a mobile phone. Mobile Chamber has simply taken advantage of this high mobile penetration to boost financial inclusion in Zambia. We are targeting a specific market of savings groups, which are also known as stokvels. We understand we have 47,000 savings groups in Zambia, but these people aren't connected to the financial services. Why? Because they don't have an independent record-keeping platform that shows their credit profiles. At Mobile Chamber, we came up with a solution that enables savings groups to store their transactions digitally, and that translates into credit scores for them to access bank loans. So that even Mrs. Banda can be able, at any time, anywhere, to track all the transactions happening in her group, and at the end of the day, she can be able to access the bank loan. Our revenue model is very simple. We charge a 2% commission per month per savings group for using our platform. We also charge 0.5 to 1.5% per commission for every loan that the savings groups get through us. Our market size, we have 47,000 savings groups in Zambia, which is 100,000 in membership, and they accumulate $4.6 million every year. But the greater majority of our market exists outside of Zambia. In South Africa, for example, there are 11.5 million people who belong to a stokvel, and they accumulate 3.7 billion rands every year. Imagine if these people, they had a proper platform where they could record all the transactions. Our key milestones, we tested, we implemented, and so far we have 250 users using our platform. And by the end of this year, we want to integrate our system on MTN, which is a telecom provider in Zambia, so that anyone across the country can be able to form a group with their friends. And by 2019, we want to expand to South Africa and the other way to Malawi. Our team, we're a team of 4. We're very passionate, very innovative, and very creative. And we have the passion to make sure we offer the best customer experience possible. Our financial projections, so far we have made 1,225 in revenue, and we have made a loss of $9.5. This loss is because we started operations this year, and we have been using all the revenue generated to make sure we develop our platform the best way possible. We have made an effort to source for funds to develop this disruptive innovation, and so far we have won 2 competitions, and all the funds which won in these competitions, we use them to develop the system and also for marketing. And we are here to ask for money so that we can build a bigger infrastructure for our system, and also we can market our platform across the country. Our vision is to be the leading mobile provider for the informal sector in Zambia. If you want to see a street vendor, if you want to see a 65-year woman selling tomatoes in a market, be connected to the financial world, then look no further. Chilima is the answer. Thank you.
I'm going to ask Michelle Ngosi to lead the questions for you.
Okay. Ladies first? Okay. This is really, really exciting, and I quite like this idea when I was reading about this. Africa, it's a huge problem in Africa, not just Zambia. What I wanted to find out is, what is the relationship with the banks? Have you partnered with banks to make sure, because some banks are very wary about using not state-regulated credit scoring methods to track credit scores. How are you working with the banks to make sure that they recognize your method?
So far we're working with 2 micro lenders. Yeah, so the micro lenders, they target the informal sector. So we partnered with them so that we provide them with the records which they can be able to show, to see that these people, they have the credit profile to be able to be given a short loan.
Okay, so you're not working with banks?
No. We are still in the early stages.
Okay. Do you plan to work with banks?
Yeah, we do in the future, yes.
So, first, congratulations. My first question is around the policy environment in the country. What does the government feel about this sort of solution? Do you hold the money?
No. Okay. And I think that's the biggest misconception.
Okay.
We're not some kind of a micro bank, or we don't take stocks as money, but rather we offer them a record platform where they're able to record their transactions, which happen. We're replacing the physical book, where they record the deposit, the withdraw, and all the transactions. What they use the book to record.
Okay.
So we're offering them a digital platform, where instead of recording the transactions on a book, we offer them a digital platform. And in turn, they accumulate credit scores. And that shows micro-lenders that these people are credible to get a loan.
Okay. My second question is around the technology itself. Is it USSD? Is it a mobile app?
It's a mobile app, but because we don't have the funds for us to buy a USSD. Because the USSD in Zambia costs $4,000. Yeah. So currently we don't have the funds for us to buy a USSD. If we had a USSD, we could accommodate the whole country. But so far, it's only a limited market because we don't have the money to buy the USSD.
Yeah, because my thinking process is around the your markets. There's a chance that many of them might not have smartphones immediately to use the platform. So the thoughts around going towards USSD to have that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just a matter of funds. That's our next step. Once we access funds, we should be able to buy the USSD so that anyone can be able to access our platform.
Just, I'm sorry, one thing, privacy. So obviously, if I create a group with, say, all of us, we have our own group, all 5 of us have access to that group. And it's a locked group between the 5 of us. No one, so almost like a WhatsApp group, no one can see.
But it's controlled by one person.
But it's controlled by one person, the leader of the stock belt. And then what you get is not necessarily the transaction, but just the score of that person benchmark against certain criteria.
Please tell me about your team. 4 people.
4 people, yes. Me, I'm an economist.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we have got a project manager who has 2 years experience in managing projects. Also got a high school dropout, is a software engineer. He taught himself programming and software engineering. Yeah. Then we also got a marketing manager. She's a journalist by profession. So she's only responsible for marketing.
Okay.
But the potential for our team to be increasing as our market increases.
Okay.
We have time for one question from another judge. We have 1 minute or so. Is there anyone else who would like to ask?
I do have a question. On the security question, the data cannot be manipulated. So the one person who's managing the group cannot change the data.
No. The chairperson of the group. The chairperson is the one in charge of controlling what activities in the group. So the data can't be manipulated.
Okay. And when you expand to another country, how will that work? Will you do a licensing agreement, or it will be so you'll give a license to South Africa,
exactly,
and you will charge a fee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Morgan.
Thank you.
Okay, so next is Jason.
Can you give us some time to just do the scoring?
Really bad eyesight and okay. Yeah,
So next we have Jason from Mauritius, and I'm going to ask Wendy and Isaac to read the question.
Okay.
I'm Jason. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Mauritius. My project is about crop aquaculture. After a feasibility study, I found that crops are cannibalism and cannot stay together. That's how I found a new idea of cultivating crop in cages, an innovative, agile, sustainable way. And also, I'm doing it in cages because it grows very well. We put a crops of around 200 grams in one cage, and every day we feed it about 10 grams of fish. And after 7 to 8 months, it becomes a weight of 1 kilo where we can sell it. And we are doing it scientifically. Why scientifically? Because we cannot put our crop in the sea. After 2 days it died, or 2 months. We are doing scientific. Before we do the business, we have to do the test of the water, the salinity, the temperature, the pH of the water, to see that the crop grows well and in a good environment. What is the problem in Mauritius? The tourism sector is the economic barrier in Mauritius. And the problem, they are importing around 400 kilo crops every week. The bad quality crop and also at a higher rate. And me, I'm proposing a solution. I'm proposing a crop at a lower rate and also with good quality and good service and free delivery. In my team, we have 7 workers that work in my farm. And we buy the food for the crop with 5 fishermen. And also in the coming years, we will build an hatchery and we will recruit more workers to work in the farm, in the hatchery, in the laboratory. This is the status of our culture. And our crops, every 3 weeks we check our crop regularly. If it's going well, if it's going not well, the crop, the shape of the crop, the weight of the crop. And also we have a deprivation system. A deprivation system is a tank where we place our crops, we have UV light. It passes through UV light, it sterilizes the crop because we send it to hotels. And hotels use fresh crop. We have all the certification needed to sell the crops. Here's aquaculture. Aquaculture is very important, and it's very important in Africa because it improves poverty, unemployment, and also it reduces the rate of malnutrition in the country. I supply around 50 hotels and 40 restaurants, but I can supply all the hotels in a restaurant in Mauritius because I'm the only one that do fresh crab in Mauritius. And we can, for the restaurant, we supply them with aquarium. And the aquarium we place in the restaurant. Whenever tourists come to the restaurant, he chooses his own crab as the aquarium and they cook it. My financial, as you see, every year our profit margin increases from 20 to 25 to 30%. My milestone, I want in the coming years to build an hatchery. If I build an hatchery, I can reduce the price of the crop because I will produce more crops. And also, on produce more crops, I don't have to buy the baby crops because I will produce them. And in coming years, we will also exporting and also supply all the hotels in Mauritius. And we are willing to create more jobs in the coming years and also target other markets. Here, I thank the Anzisha team that helped me to meet Mr. David, that helped me a lot how to build an hatchery. And also, we will introduce molted crop. What is a molted crop? Whenever a crop grows, every 3 months, it changes its carapace. And when it changes its carapace, it becomes soft. And when it becomes soft, you can eat all the crops. And you have a big market in China, and you can sell it price the price. And whenever, every 3 months, in the cage here, you see 2 crops. One there and another there. Here is a small video on my phone, how I do. It's my project. It is a crop Sila Silata, it's a scientific name. We put a crop of 200 grams in the cage. It's a crab of 200 grams. And we feed the crab every day, 10 grams of fish. It's bio, our project is bio, the product. And after 6 to 8 months, we become like this. It's a crab around 800 grams. Thank you.
It's really impressive how you've taken your study, your area of study, and converted it into a business. You don't see that very often. What have you found challenging in establishing the business?
In the business, when you start in the business, I put the crab in the cage. I didn't know. I put 5 crabs in one cage. And after 2 days I come, they were fighting. I see only 1 crab in the challenger. Then I study the crab. And I'm doing scientifically with all the tests. Because I want my product to, I want to produce many crops. And also I want it die. I will produce in bulk. I want to do it scientifically with all the tests, as I told you. And also we have all the certification needed. And also the challenges is that we also for the food, we give the crab for the food. We are upcycling some food. We buy from hotels. We are buying some crab. As I will show you in my income statement. As you see, in the 2018, the cost of the baby crab will decrease because I will build an hatchery. I will produce my own baby crabs. And also for the food for the crab will decrease because I have to buy the food for the crab. And I will talk with some hotels. I can get, when they get the fish, they get the head of the fish that they show it, like waste. Then I can recycle it and feed the crab because it contains all the protein, all needed.
Great job, man. That's really awesome work you're doing. You mentioned the fact that the hotels in Mauritius currently import a lot of their crab.
Yes.
Where does it come from and what's the price and how do you compete against that? Because I imagine they're importing it in bulk.
Yes.
So.
They buy it from Asian countries. And also it is a high price because the exportation in Mauritius, when you import something, the taxes is very high. And me, I'm proposing a new idea, and also I'm doing it in Mauritius. And the price is very low because as you see, I will decrease the cost in 2018. I will decrease the price so that all Mauritians in my country can benefit it. I will put it in supermarkets that everyone can buy it at an affordable price.
But what's the price right now?
Right now it's $18 per kilo.
That's how much you're selling your crab?
And they are selling 35.
They're buying theirs 35?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I mean, this is clearly pioneering business at this stage, but that won't be the case in the future.
Ordinary.
You are the first person
Yes.
to do this kind of business in Mauritius.
Yes.
How will you keep away competition? Because people will see what you're doing and they will see that it's successful. And so in the future there will be other businesses.
But in Mauritius to do aquaculture is difficult. Why? Because in my farm it's fenced, and also have the camera surveillance. Nobody can enter. And in Mauritius to get a farm it's difficult because you have to be in the study of the aquaculture, and also the government must see if you are doing well or not. They give you 3 months if you are doing a pilot project if you are doing well. And I don't know if anyone can do crabs like I do, and also my price is affordable. Everybody can buy it.
And if you win the prize, how will you use it?
If I win the prize, I will use it to build an hatchery, as I told you. I will buy the hatchery and I will produce my own baby crabs. And I can produce in bulk. I can supply all the hotels that I told you. And also for exportation in the coming years. In some African countries, I can also export.
Good job.
We have time for one question. Julian, would you like to get off the bat?
Yes, brilliant job. I think you are in a niche market at the moment.
Yes.
But you will not remain without competition forever.
Yes, yes.
Okay, you said the barriers to entry are quite high.
Yes.
But assuming that someone has access to that space as well, what are you doing to ensure that you are unique and someone will not be able to easily compete and copy what you do?
To compete, as I told you, our service, it's day-to-day service. If a hotel order me today, it might be one day, for Wednesday, it might order me for Tuesday. But if it forget, it order me on Wednesday, I deliver it. Because the hotels, if 1 week you don't give them, they stop taking from you. And you have to give them continuous. And also for the restaurant, as I told you, I offer them an aquarium, they put the crabs, and whenever tourists come, they know it's my crab, it's Jason seafood crab. It's like this for my market. And also I want to go in every hotel, and also my price is affordable, as I told you. And also I'm researching to make new idea how to grow my crabs well. I'm working with an institution in Mauritius, the Ministry of Fisheries, the MOI, that work in Mauritius Oceanography Institute, that do the regular test of the water. But I'm doing scientific, I do.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Thank you.
Please put your scores and give your name and full names.
morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning. Can we construct our houses while protecting our environment? My name is Edgar Edmund, the founder of Green Venture Tanzania, and I'm 17 years old. Well, Green Venture is a recycling company that enables people with low income get access to quality building products by recycling plastic waste into paving blocks. Well, imagine capital that I got, the profit that I got, I reinvested it and made a new machine on my own, which that where are we headed to? We are looking forward to buy an full time. We look forward to make 180,000 kgs of plastics recycled, and we look forward to make a revenue of $126,000 annually. We will also be able to make roofing tiles and bricks from plastic bags, because currently we can't make them in large amounts because we need more advanced equipment. Well, with the investment, it will enable us to increase our productivity. Currently, I can only make 3,000 bricks per month and make a profit of $300. While when we get the investment, we'll be able to make 30,000 bricks per month and we'll be able to make a profit of $6,526. Well, from a humble beginning, I make my own machines that I'm using, and these machines are not of very high technology because I don't have advanced equipment. So that's when I started making my own machine, since I didn't have money to buy industrial made machine. Thank you.
Okay, so first, awesome job. It's very interesting that you look at the problem and you try to solve it, right? So my first question really is around the technology. Like you build your own machines and all of that. Is there a possibility for, are you thinking around patenting the tech?
Yeah, I'm thinking to patent the process of making the bricks, and I'm thinking of buying an industrial PVC maker machine, which is an electric melting machine, because currently I'm melting the plastics using gas, And when you are melting plastics using gas, that means you have too much temperature on the bottom and less temperature on top. That takes a lot of time in melting. But if I have the electric melting one, it provides equal temperature throughout and it takes very less time.
Okay. Now, just to make the question a bit clearer, so you've done this.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that anyone else who wants to do this either can license the tech from you? So if it's someone in South Africa that wants to do exactly the same thing, can license that technology from you, right?
I started the patent application in Tanzania,
Okay.
but like the fees are quite high, so I ended up in the application process.
Edgar, well done. This is impressive. But tell me, are there other entrepreneurs in your region that are doing similar things?
In my region, there are no people making paving blocks from plastics, but there are people making paving blocks from cement. So those are my competitors. But from plastics, I researched for about a year. It was a period of trial and failure. Like in the beginning when I was doing my experiment, if somebody could ask me what you're making, I couldn't even say because it didn't resemble at all. But as the process was going, I felt confident like I'm making paving blocks. So it was a trial and error period.
Questions from the other judges?
Yeah.
So is there anyone else in the world who makes paving blocks from plastic?
Yeah,
okay, so
because after making it, I had to research to see if other people are doing. I've seen people in I've seen a YouTube video, people in Cameroon making that, but mine looks more realistic to the normal paving blocks because theirs it's just black and it just looks like a burnt stuff.
Okay, so the reason I asked that is, so when you think of, so these are materials to build homes, right? So when you think about building homes, there's certain reasons why certain products are used. So how is this in terms of insulation for the home, in terms of air for the home? What do the homes feel and look like when they're built?
Yeah, the paving blocks, as you can see, they resemble the normal paving blocks, and people in Tanzania have received well the product because I have many orders than what I can make. So a lot of people need them. So when I produce, they are like bought very soon. And also most of the schools in Tanzania, public schools, they do not have paving blocks. And the Tanzania government have been willing to support my project. So they said I can make paving blocks for public schools. So there is a big market out.
One question from Isaac, sorry.
All right, great job, man. This is really, really awesome stuff you're doing. My question is about the industrial machine you want to buy.
Yeah.
You said it does it electronically. Have you accounted for the cost of electricity, and how is that going to affect your pricing?
Yeah, as you can see, for the cost there is electricity.
And that's what the big machine will be using?
There'll be, in the big machine that I will buy, bags before there's no so
people who benefited from our services, and we reached to 19,000 through our social media channels. We provided more than 100 training sessions, workshops in many fields, and we have a team composing from 100 people. 20 of them already hired, and 80 of them are freelancers working with us. About our finances, our first year we achieved a positive net profit with 24%. It increased this year by 2% to be 26%, and it will be increased the next year by 4% as we will have a new branch and new services. We get money from every service we provide, so as well as membership, reservations, training sessions, courses and workshops, social media marketing services, and selling goods. We have two competitors which opened after us, but we still the biggest, cheapest, most available per day and in weekends co-working space at Venezuela, and we focus on entrepreneurship as the main target that differs from them. This is the structure. I'm a co-founder and COP, chairman of board of directors at Metro Co-working Space. And about our future plans, the Apple of Egypt cities and Venezuela city are in need to many different services. There aren't many companies in them, so we want to make Metro as a brand provide many different services, not only spaces, as marketing agencies, as organizing companies, visibility studies companies, recruitment companies. So first, the next year, we will launch a new service, which is visibility studies for startups, and we will widen our space to get more people, around 10,000 people, and And we also will open a new branch in another city, which will need around 80 to 100 team hired and freelancers. At the end, I want to say that our space aligns with the 5 from Global Sustainable Development Goals, which is quality education, empower women and girls, economic growth, reduce inequalities, and sustainable cities and communities. And this doesn't work, so I will. You can see it here. It doesn't work on the laptop transition. Thank you. I'm sorry for that, but it doesn't work here. Thank you.
You're going to answer some questions.
Okay.
If I could ask Michelle and Wendy to lead the questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
You mentioned in your presentation that it's costly to replicate the mental model.
It's costly to what?
To replicate the mental model and open other branches. That's what you mentioned.
It's costly?
It's costly, it's expensive to replicate the model.
No, it's at the forest, and maybe it's, we have to pay to make a new branch. But after that, our business model covered what we expense in the opening the new branches and something like that. So at our first working space, we covered our capital in around 1.5 years. So even we provide services, so even we start by costs and paying money, and we cover it, I think, in a first year. So it's a cost.
How do you plan to scale the model?
We met by our vision for the Upper of Egypt cities, which are 4 cities. We want to open a branch every 2 years. So we should open the next branch the next year, 2018. And by 2022, we will have 4 branches at the Upper of Egypt cities at Egypt. That's it. The same model, which business model which we use, and we will make the Bani Suef branch the central branch for the others, and that's the same services and the same model.
So what do you have criteria for entrepreneurs that use your space, or can anyone use it?
We target mostly on the early stage entrepreneurs, as we are in very close to community. I don't know, don't know anything about entrepreneurship. So we target people who don't know about entrepreneurship and inform them about entrepreneurship, provide them the knowledge, training sessions, and something like that. After that, help them by giving them the networks, even financial provide them some financial support, and we provide them the space to work till they be able to have their own space to work. So our firstly target early stage entrepreneurs.
Any other questions? We have time for one more.
Can I go?
First
of all, great job.
Thank you.
I like what you're doing because I'm a product of an incubator myself, and I wouldn't be where I am without communities like this. My one question though is, how do you plan on keeping the costs down? Because these are early stage entrepreneurs, they can't quite afford to pay quite a lot of money. Are you working as a for-profit business, or are you interested in changing your model to be a non-profit and subsidizing the cost for the people that come in?
No, we will be working on a profit business. So I said that we make a value. We should consider in our company some other services. We can make from it money, even with the value, as well as we provide now marketing and social media services. We want to launch a new services as visibility studies for startups. Every service with fees, so we will be profitable, but also we will care about the value which we make at these cities as in need cities.
Okay. And the reason I asked that.
All right. Thank you very much. Well done, Nina. If we could do the scoring, then I think Nina wants to do something with microphone. Okay. Mr. Payne, are we okay? We can't delay further, so I'm just going to carry on.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jazz Matoli. I'm the founder of Anzisha Africa. We are changing Africa through clean technology. At Anzisha Africa, we make eco-friendly charcoal briquettes. We also manufacture electric briquette press machines, which are used to make charcoal briquettes. We are not just providing a cooking solution, we are changing how people live. Means can get a family. This is a family that cannot afford decent ways of cooking, that's electricity or biogas. So they have to go to traditional methods of cooking. I grew up in a similar family, and I wanted to solve this problem. In doing so, I found that the problem was bigger than I thought. This year, Kenya will lose 52,000 hectares of forest cover to deforestation, which goes to making of biomass fuel. In Africa, over 500,000 people will die this year in making a smokeless Africa. Thank you.
As I continue, lead the questions.
Joel?
Yes, sir.
Well done. It's easy to be an entrepreneur. So well done. Now you mentioned that your machines are selling for $1,000 a machine.
Yes, they are.
What's your input cost for making the machine?
We make on average of $500. Yes, because we're using scrap metals, and we also buy second-hand electric motors. So the machine that we make are at a lower cost because we're not using very expensive what are they called? The metal that we're using, they're not from the hardware, they're from scrap metals.
How many machines have you sold so far?
We've not sold any machines so far. We've made 2 machines that have enabled us to make about 10 tons of charcoal briquettes. But the idea is to be able to empower women and youth groups by selling our machine to them at a cheaper price, or lend it to them, and then they'll be able to pay us at a lower, at incrementally, like a loan. So that's the idea. But currently we are selling briquettes, which we've been able to raise about $3,500 in this year alone. So that's why we're asking for your money to be able to make more machines to impact more lives. We don't just want to go higher in the food chain. We don't want to make briquettes. We want to be able to make the machines as we make the chocolate briquettes.
Great job, Gerald.
Thank you.
One question. What's the competition like? Who else is making briquettes and how are they distributing them? And what's the price point?
Okay, in terms, the competition is there, but people are using the manual press. They're not electric, but our machines are electric. So you find that their output is little compared to ours. And also in terms of the binding agents that we use to combine the raw materials, some of them use soil. So, and as we're using quality binders, that is starch or acacia gum and molasses, which enable us to have a standard quality briquette compared to them who have briquettes that are binded using soil. So for us, we are building a name, and our customers are able to trust us such that once they buy from us, they don't go again to other people. But you find that people who buy briquettes from other people, once they buy, they say that they're not going to buy again from them. Also, when we're marketing, we're being told, people tell us, no, briquettes don't light well, they take long. But that's because of the briquettes that we've been receiving from before. Exactly. And also there's a company that makes briquettes. It's in Mombasa, but us, we're based in closer to the Madare rural areas. That's where we're targeting the Madare slums. But in Mombasa, they're using coconut shells. Us, we're using charcoal dust and sawdust. So we want to expand into all other forms of raw materials we can get.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to ask about the composition of the briquettes. I think you mentioned that, so that would lead me to another question.
Yeah, okay.
So when you sell the machines, do you have like a pre-packaged raw material, in quotes, that you can sell to the people that buy your machines, so you can keep making money from them continuously over time?
Okay, so what we do is that we train people on how to use the machines and how to make the briquette before we sell the machines to them. So that also, even when the machines break down, I'm an electrical engineering student in my fourth year right now. So once the machines break down, we're offering an after-sale services. Such that when the machine breaks down and someone in the rural areas, we can send our people there and make the machines for them. Instead of
let me refine the question a bit. So when you sell the machines to them, do you also intend to sell them what they will use and make the briquettes?
No. Oh, the raw materials.
Yes.
No. Because you find that most of these people are farmers, and in their farms there's a lot of crop waste, a lot of the agricultural waste, and coffee husk, rice husk. So they actually have the raw materials with them. It's just that they don't know how to use it to make the charcoal briquettes. So we teach them on how to use what they have to make money. You get me? Have I answered your question?
Yes. Well, can I make a comment?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
At dinner.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll leave the judges to school for a minute while I do
Can we get the slide up the curve before they walk in this? You find like these precious seconds when we're trying to load the slides. So if you load the slides now before the...
Yes. There was just a
Ignatius from Uganda. Okay, is everybody ready? Good, let's go, thank you.
Allow me to take you back in the days when farming used to be so simple. We received enough rains and generated enough food from our activities. But with increasing climate change, agriculture production has greatly reduced that. About 240 million people are estimated to lack what to eat in Africa. In specific, statistics show that Uganda alone, if fully cultivated, can feed the whole of Africa. With 78% of its population being involved in agriculture, this only translates to 46% of the country's export earnings, which gives a 23.6% of the country's GDP. Well, this is so small because the inefficient farming methods used by the farmers in this area has greatly hampered production. Coming from one of the farming families in Uganda is David, who attends to a local primary school and sees his future in Uganda never gave these children enough skills to create their own employment. This has left the country's unemployment rate so high at 68%, despite the great potential in the agriculture sector. But when I joined school, I worked so hard to challenge this status quo. I'm Ignatius a student of Agriculture, Innovations and Extensions, and allow me to introduce you to the Art-Point Academy. We are a team of young, passionate and enthusiastic agriculture leaders who are working towards promoting farmers' incomes through training youth in agriculture skills. We use our agriculture training curriculum to train children in school for a period of 3 months, resulting into establishment of school agriculture ventures that save the school $200 per year. We later work with individual children to extend these trainings into their homes, where we conduct a single training in 2 weeks for a period of 3 months, resulting into establishment of a home site venture that increases Because we know that an agricultural revolution will transform Africa, we believe working together will be a success in empowering the millions of Davids and putting a smile on their families. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, we'll ask Rosie and Michelle to lead the questions.
That's really, so agriculture is a huge part of Africa's future that a lot of people don't think about. I really like this project. One of the things you mentioned was just how you're running to build your revenue model and then to trainers as well. How much do you pay trainers again, just remind me?
Our trainers are paid 180,000 Ugandan shillings. That translates to about $50.
Okay. Per training or per month?
Those are trainers a month.
Trainers per month.
But we also have internees. Internees are paid $2 per training conducted.
Okay. And you've got 20 volunteers and 2 full-time employees?
There are 18 trainers and 22 internees.
Okay. And so these are done in schools, and then you also take it home to teach people. What is your plan to take it outside of your local area right now? What other parts of Uganda are you looking at?
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Biscuits is a financial literacy board game targeted at kids between the ages of 7 to 13. Our vision is to inculcate the habit of financial literacy in them while having fun. Meet Ife. Ife is a grade 4 pupil and she's 8 years old, and she has started a poultry business at her age. Ife didn't really believe she could actually start her business with her saving money, but after playing Biscuits, she discovered and learned that she could actually start savings with she could actually start her business with her saving money, and now she has a business with her poultry. She has a poultry business with just 5 chicks, and these 5 chicks are being bought with her saving money. I'm Victoria Akinfolani from Nigeria. I'm 15 years old, and I'm also designer, founder, and CEO of Biscuits, and I'm also the managing director of Solution Games Enterprise. Imagine in Africa, over 200 million youth, and in Nigeria we have over 70 million youth. And out of these 70 million, 30 million youths are unemployed. One can only wonder what this will tell in the year 2020 if something urgent and proactive is not done. So Biscuit here teaches kids about financial literacy that will be of benefit to them in future. It will make them self-reliant and also employers of labor, just like Ife. I've sold over 2,000 copies to more than 30 schools in Kaduna and Abuja in Nigeria, because the game has important, and it has also impacted it has impacted so much in kids because of its financial literacy. This year, Biscuit won a Global Inclusion Award in Berlin, Germany, because of its the good morals and everything it teaches, the financial literacy and everything it teaches kids. My customers can also reach me via my Twitter handle, Facebook page, and also my website. I produce at $2.6 and I sell at $3.7. The price of Biscuit is pocket friendly. This says that the normal price of a board game in Nigeria is $7.14, and Biscuit is just $3.7. So it has a lesser amount and lesser price, and then it has increased. This led to the increase in demand for the product. These are my team members. My team members are very passionate in inculcating financial literacy in kids, and we are really good, and we have this passion, and we also hope that kids will be financially literate in future, and they will also be employers of labor in future. This is the income statement of Biscuit in the year 2016, 2017, and 2018. In the year 2016, we made a profit of $244.5 $5.95 thus far, and then 2018 we hope to make a profit of $1,656.25. I applied for this award in order to meet the following reasons: to meet up with growing demands by producing more Biscuit products in order to reach more schools, also to meet Biscuit to create awareness by advertising via social media, TVs, and radio stations, etc. And also to convert Biscuit to mobile apps, in the sense that kids that can't reach with the board game can actually access Biscuit via their phones through their mobile apps and their window apps. And also to make Biscuit in the international brand by also going to other countries, not only in Africa but that continent so that they can also be financially literate. And I also have this dream of organizing competition for kids that are really that they are financially illiterate, so that they can be financially literate in future, and then they can be self-reliant, employers of labor, and then they will know how to manage money and also. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wendy and Isaac.
This is doing. I don't even remember what I was doing. How did you solve the games?
Yeah, I go to school to introduce the board game. I speak with school management. I also talk to officials working in the Ministry of Education for public schools. Then I go during society days, club days, learn to talk to students and then tell them how the game is, and also tell them the benefits they get from going game.
And how do they pay for it?
Actually, I sell to schools. And then they buy in bulk from me, and then they in turn sell to the students.
How do you protect yourself from printing it on a piece of paper and trying to replicate it?
Actually, I'm working on patenting my product, but I don't know that what I need to do.
Okay. And do people respect patents? Do you think that would work?
Yeah.
You can take someone to court and actually. All right.
Any other judges with questions?
I want to know how a 15-year-old is running a business and studying. I see you in high school.
My final in high school.
You're final, of course, you're 15, you're final in high school. How are you managing?
It's challenging. Because right now I'm trying to prepare for my O-levels exam, and I'm right here. I'm missing a lot in school. I'm missing so much, and actually before coming here, I actually brought some of my textbooks to read. So it's kind of
So you're studying. It's stressful for a 15-year-old, you know. It's like when you said when I was 15, I wasn't just trying to pass my exams. But well done. It's just really incredible.
Julia?
Victoria, well done. This is impressive. You've started thinking about business at such a young age. Tell me if you have had some concrete examples of how these games have impacted the lives of kids playing it.
Yeah, I made example of Ife. She didn't know that she could actually save money to start her business. She was actually depending on her mom to give her money to buy chicks. And her mom was like, I won't give you stuff like that, you're still young. But with her saving money, with her feeding money, she actually saved part of it. And then she started her poultry business. So she's...
Okay, so have you even thought about going beyond financial literacy in the games?
Yeah.
So you can have like more products, lines, and all that?
I'm actually working on one now because that's why I called the name of my company, Solution Games Enterprise. I'm not only working on biscuits, I have other games too.
Awesome. Thank you very much, well done. Okay, you score, and then we'll bring in our final entrepreneur before a break.
Banks like FNB have introduced online banking for the busy banker. And shops like Zara have introduced online shopping for the busy fashionista. Well, what Uber Eats has done is simply made it easier to download food, basically. The retail and business landscape has transformed so much in the past few years, but that has only happened for big businesses in urban areas. Today I'm going to tell you about how we can do the same for smaller businesses in rural areas. Meet Kolana. Kolana is a small business in Richard in the Limpopo province. They employ 12 people and they make an average income of $17,000 a month. They can't afford traditional marketing methods, so they are not accessing their full potential market. My name is Maimucho Pirambani. I'm a business management and digital marketing graduate, and I'm the founder and CEO of Fearless Trends. Fearless Trends is a digital marketing agency based in Richard in the Limpopo province. We offer various digital marketing services to small businesses in SMMEs. Fearless Trends, bridging the gap between winning brands and their customers. Back to Kolana. We signed Kolana as one of our clients earlier this year in March, and we promised them that we were going to be a solution to their problems. 4 months later, we had not only increased their online following and strengthened their brand equity, we had helped them double their sales. We did this by performing a digital audit where we found the results and used the results to come up with strategies which we implemented online, and those were the results. They increased their sales by 50%, as I've already mentioned, and they employed 3 more people because they needed to produce more products at their plant. Kolana is not the only customer who is happy with our work. We have helped Imigidi Events raise their sales by 98%. We have helped Makado FM increase their online listenership by 30%. And the Sumanda Scholarship Trust raised $263 with the Like Us and Help Them campaign, which was run online. Kolana's problem is shaped by so many SMMEs in Limpopo. We did a survey on 100 small businesses in the Luchichat, and then we found out that only 18% of those businesses were making use of the online space to market their products. From those findings, we can infer that 205,000 of the 250,000 SMMEs in Limpopo are not making use of the internet to market their products. And this problem is evident in rural South Africa. From the findings we found from the 100 businesses on which we did the survey, if we take the number of SMEs we have in the following provinces: Limpopo, Mpumalanga, KZN, and Northwest, you can say that at $170 per month, this market is worth to Fearless Trend over $1 million per month. Our team of young dynamic people from different backgrounds in economics, business, traditional and digital marketing understand what businesses need in order to grow. And that is why we, 1, work from the client's budget. 2, we come up with a digital strategy based on the overall business goals. And the third thing is we understand how important it is for an entrepreneur to be involved in all the departments of their businesses. So we keep them in the loop with everything we do online. We're so good at what we do that our clients also recommend us to other businesses. That's why in less than a year, we've worked with all these clients and are in communications about contracts with the following clients. And also, you're going to meet Nas Naturals later. We're also in communications with about a possible contract. And this is a short video we did for them to show them what great content would create for them should they sign with us as clients.
Tailoring African hair. It nourishes, grows, and protects. Nas Naturals. It's natural, you're beautiful.
We have so far built our website. We acquired office space. We have signed 8 clients and helped our clients increase their sales. We created 2 pyjama jobs, and we also have holiday work which we've had for 2 weeks long for 4 students. These are financials. Last year, because I was still studying, we didn't make so much profit. This year we've so far made over $3,000. And next year we hope to make over $19,000, provided that we keep growing at the rate that we are and our expenses don't increase. Fearless Trends dreams of a digital South Africa, and we aim to do that by getting at least 100 clients in the next 5 years, have a marketing budget so we can reach more clients, employ 10 full-time employees, install digital boards in rural areas, branch into other South African areas, and also because the digital industry is still very male-dominated, we would like to start a bursary fund which will send ladies to study digital in university. Thank you so much for your time.
Jenny, you want to make sure Michelle asks the question? And then I think Isaac, if you could join. Thank you.
Should I go?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I guess the person who works at Google should answer the question. I see you went to Red and Yellow, so that's a really good skill. So obviously you've got some good background. You're focusing on small businesses in rural areas right now. And how do you find the internet user base there? Because when you think about it, a lot of rural, so we do a program called Digital Skills for Africa, and we do a lot of trainings in Limpopo. And some of the biggest problems we found is that people are very data conscious. So they want to save their data for when it's really important, not just to go online and just play. So Facebook is super important to them, WhatsApp is super important to them, and their Instagram is super important to them. So how are you finding getting a digital marketing message out in a community where data is premium? It's very expensive data in South Africa.
There was a Facebook study which was done last year, I think November, and the results show that the digital penetration in rural areas like Limpopo in South Africa are increasing by 23%.
No, so there is usage, but it's not the active users or not, so daily active users. For instance, as an individual, I'll spend maybe at least an hour on Facebook a day. Someone in rural areas will only spend maybe 20 minutes because they want to conserve their data. So how are you making sure you're getting to them at the right time with your messages?
Oh, okay. So for each client, we know at what times that target market usually log in, and that's when we tailor make those posts for that time. And also we make very short videos because we know how conscious they are about data. So we won't make like a 3 minutes video. It'll be 30 seconds like the one I just showed now.
Well, great job, great presentation.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you're currently making a profit of $3,000 thereabouts, and you estimate that you'll be making $19,000 next year without any increase in your cost.
Yeah.
Could you please elaborate on how you expect to increase quite significantly in your revenue without increasing your cost?
Okay, because our biggest cost is data, and obviously we have office space. So we've got a trade exchange deal with one of our clients where we rent office space from them and we perform. We give them, we offer digital marketing services. So provided that we're still providing them with those services, our costs are not going to increase.
And how will your revenue increase?
We're getting more clients because we only started operating full time this year. We're part time since last year, and since then we've been signing at least two clients a month.
And that won't increase your cost. It won't increase your cost. Getting more clients will not increase.
No, it doesn't cost us to get more clients.
Would anyone else like to have a question?
Okay, can you just help me describe what happens quickly between signing a client and giving them the service?
Sorry?
What happens between signing a client and giving them the service?
So we perform, for example, if they already have an existing digital presence, we perform an audit on what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, what we can do better, and all that. And we sit down with the marketing team of the business, which is usually the owner, because small businesses, the owner does everything. And then he tells us what the goals for his business are, and we see how we can incorporate those into the digital marketing goals.
Okay. The reason why I asked the question is to connect to this question. If you have 30 new clients tomorrow, you also need to grow the team in order to be able to concurrently do what you just described, because you can't just keep the clients waiting in order to. So, I'm thinking about the costs.
Do you intend on employing more people?
Yes.
Employ more people. Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Anyone else? Well done, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, we'll have a short break for those that need one. So we have Melissa, can I ask, do we have how long?
We have 15 minutes and then some snacks outside.
15 minutes and a snack outside. Well done, thank you.
Oh, it's gonna be tough.
Yes, I did. I can afford you. Not only on this one, but also best
They're all really good.
All credit to the team. Very well. It's just about helping. Yes.
Are you okay?
I am great.
If you find yourself going back to the schools, up and down.
Yeah. Pencil.
Yes, I think that's why they should provide with pencils.
didn't get to say hello.
Hey,
I was
Melissa.
all over the place. Thank
Finally
you.
get to meet you, eh? Sorry, I couldn't make it.
No, thank you. The fact that you're here today, yeah, no. So,
I'm enjoying this.
yeah?
I didn't anticipate that it would be very difficult to ask these people to distinguish them. They well prepared.
Yay, that's great.
For their ages, I'm quite enjoying it.
I'm glad it's also exciting for you to just jump into this and really do it. Thank you. Sorry, Michelle, you want to say something?
No, I was just thinking.
Yeah,
Get better.
yeah, that's a little thing that I was working with.
Okay.
Small age, just like, but it's stable now.
How are these mics? Okay.
Yeah, they're okay. It sounds very well.
Okay. This time we can
No, the streaming wasn't working. I needed to come in and see.
Yes. We learn it. Try.
No,
I think we'll get it.
Yeah. I mean,
Like next year we
we
can
have
make it a made
footage.
for TV video. We go visit the guys that do like Dragon's Den and kind of like how to do it.
Yeah.
Ask Isaac or something. Okay.
But the interviews upstairs are working. The interviews, CNBC.
Oh, they didn't know that. Great.
Hey, Mom. Are you listening or are you if you need help with scripture, I see. So many things. I'm gonna make a card so I can do it for the official. Can you put the videos on the USB? Yeah. Can I have
Pen, oh my gosh, you know when you're having your meltdown, you're so loud. You're like, it's in the middle of the pitch and you're like, ah. Please rein it in, keep your feelings on the inside. That's what we all have to do. Thank you.
Learning.
What they get for snack today?
Yeah.
What is, oh,
Some snacks.
they ordered a fancy snack. Times of working out of school, so all of a sudden you need snack time again. Thank you.
Morning, sir.
Morning. How you doing?
We're fine.
And if I could ask Junior and Wendy to be the freshman first year. There. Sorry about that. Okay, so welcome back from after the break to the second session of the Anzisha Prize 2017 pitching session. I'll probably introduce Ajur from Nigeria.
Good morning. My name is Ajur Genomando. I'm the CEO founder at 368. So, we sell time. We are a group of young logical entrepreneurs advised by experienced board of directors, and we help to create innovative solutions that help people efficient in their day-to-day activities. So, time. Time is limited in resources and therefore it's invaluable. So we help to create opportunities to people so that they can have efficient services to what they do. Let's meet Tani. Tani is a university student. She sells art and she has school projects to manage. Tani needs affordable, convenient, and efficient service to manage her day-to-day activities. So Tani has tried some of our competitors, but nobody has been directly able to satisfy Tani needs. Let's look at more people that share Tani's problem. In Ondo State, for example, you have to walk 3 kilometers every day to find healthy food because only 2 out of 20 restaurants offer food delivery service. Means you spend time in search of food. In Lagos, there is a population of 21 million people, and it takes 3 hours 55 minutes to go between a 15-kilometer journey. Problem with sitting in traffic caused by high population density. At the same time, globally, around 2017, UNESCO says that only 60% of students will be able to achieve minimum proficiency in learning. This is because out of 100% of the teachers' time, they spend 40% in classrooms and 60% doing administrative, testing, scoring, and preparing class programs. What did we do? We stepped in with ASAP Food Delivery. We connected the students and university staffs to restaurants that don't offer food delivery. We're providing revenue for these restaurants and convenience and saving time for the students. In the logistics sector, we created a platform where SMEs like Tani can connect to verified travelers or drivers going her way, so she can send a parcel, she doesn't have to sit in traffic, and she can save from these exorbitant charges from logistics services. And in better grades, what did we do? We decided to automate most of these processes. You don't have to mark and grade and score the test sheets. There's a computer or a system or solution that does that. You don't have to sit with the students, and we automated most of the traditional education process. And at the same time, we boosted interaction with parents and teachers. So at 368, we identify and create workable niche market strategic solutions, and with proper execution by training the teams to handle them. These solutions are, over time, they become scaled into sustainable solutions, sustainable subsidiary companies. So for traction, we've been able to serve 60 micro and small and medium businesses. Our orders has grown from 20 to 170 a week, 700% growth. We've completed 6,000 plus deliveries, and we've been able to do a revenue so far with about 15,000 and maintain a 25% profit margin. While we're doing this, we've been able to train 600 girls in ICT. We've been able to provide 10 vocational trainings through our hub to budding entrepreneurs. We've been able to network with partner restaurants to provide 4,000 meals to underprivileged Nigerians, and at the same time created opportunity for 15 employment. These are our financials. Last year we were able to do 3,000 in revenue because we're only focusing on the food sector, which is the food delivery business. And this year we started ASAP Drop, which is handled by a different team, and at the same time better grades, and our revenue has tripled. And we're hoping to double it by next year with more marketing. This is our total combined market across each sector. We have 25,000 students in an average university. We're currently serving one university and just about 40% of our 1% targeted in that university. So across board, we have about 50,000 businesses, 1%, and 12 secondary schools. Our milestones. We are launching our app sometime December, and we hope to expand our service to Lagos and complete about 6,000 deliveries in 2018, and thereby providing about 6,000 connections between drivers and senders in giving drivers a stable income opportunity for their business. So, what would we do with the 25,000? We're going to upgrade our infrastructure, aggressive marketing, provide employment for 27 people, make 6,000 drivers send a connection, at the same time generate revenue. We've shown you that people have pressed for time, and then we are going to, one at a time, create solutions to help them manage this time effectively. Thank you.
Really impressive that
Thank you very much, ma'am.
you've created 3 different businesses and you've achieved all that you've just shown us. I just need to understand, how did you achieve all of that with just 2 employees? What's your strategy? How do you deliver such impressive results when you just have 2 people that work with you?
Actually, the board team has 5. We're 5 of us in the team, 360 needs. And every time we come up with a solution, we bring a team that is able to handle this. We train them, and when this is done, this is perfect, they scale into a company of its own. So each subsidiary or each solution has a team and has a company running it. Like ASAP Foods, for example, we have 2 full-time riders and we have part-time guys, some of which are students that come in and then they ride. In Better Grades, we have the CTO who comes up with the solution. Then we put out the marketing strategy in terms of, we tell people, look, go market this product. We give them complete brochure and all that, whatever they need to do to market it. You have presented in court for doing this. So they are the ones that go out with the solutions. And then 360 is the team internally that builds the solutions and create people that go on to handle it.
So in total, how many people would you say you have beyond just the core team?
Behind just the core team, in total we have about 15 people.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Ajuro, great work.
Thank you very much.
I'm myself an entrepreneur in the IT space.
Beautiful.
My question is a follow-up question on Wendy's. You've built there 3 main platforms, which services a lot of people. And I would think that behind there's a bigger team than the 5 people that you've mentioned. Have you taken those costs into consideration in your revenues that were shared with us?
Yeah. So each team, like I said, we started last year. Okay. So ASAP Foods was running last year, and then last year what we do is we don't have almost no overhead cost, because we only make it a dime when this restaurant make $1. So we don't have these loads of employees on the ground sitting and waiting for others. So that's why I say the internal staffs are the full-time guys that push comes to shove, they don't check. But we create an open source solution so like part-time guys can come in. So you come in, you run an order, you get a percentage code, we keep ours. So there is almost very minimal costing.
And in terms of building the platforms,
yes, sir.
Did you build that from scratch?
From scratch, yeah. We have I didn't get opportunity. We have an online platform for ASAP Foods, but at the same time, that's the difference with us. We want to be accessible through a phone that doesn't have internet, so you can send a text, a WhatsApp, a phone call, or you can access us through our website, asapfoods316.ng. We have ASAP Drop online too, and betterbridge.com.
Any other judge would like to ask a question?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask how people order it, but now I know.
Okay.
Have you considered USSD as a USSD as a way for people to order the USSD solution, or has text message been working for you guys?
Yeah. So this is the thing. We are Africans, and we're trying to look for African solutions to African problems. So high technology penetration in maybe South Africa works here. But back in Nigeria and in Accra and those states, if you use an app, so you can order this and order that, and then you come back and tell you 1 hour time and say, it's done at the restaurant. But when you talk to us or when you reach out to us, we can give you real-time update. This is done, this is not available, can you try this restaurant? So we're trying to, over the next few months, we're trying to see if we can integrate a platform whereby restaurants can have a tab, or we can punch in, our inventory is going low. So we have it piggyback to the office and back to the app, so that people can have real-time updates to what's on ground and what's available at the time. But right now, this is the model that works in this space, and then
And it's just an Accra.
Well, yeah, right now in Accra, because I'm in a final year student industrial chemistry in Accra, and then that's what we started.
It's good school, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm finishing next month, so we can always scale. And I invite you guys to come on this journey.
Yeah. So what age did you start your first business?
I was about 13.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, so where's the business now?
Where's the business now?
Yeah.
Okay, when I started, it was more like buying stuff and reselling in school for people. And then from that, when I graduated, I was a model, TV commercials, billboards and stuff. Then I saved some money, I learned website designing, I went to school, and in school it was hard to do modeling because I was living 6 hours away from home. Then I left that, I tried my hands at logistics, which is transport. So I had these shuttles on campus, I had people take people from point A to B, but I had really older people managing them. And because I was in school, I was not able to sit with these, and there was no structure. And that's what I did differently in 368.
So that leads me to a question. Is this it?
This is it. This is it. This has been 2015, and this has structure. This is different.
Okay.
This is it.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Okay, so you have a minute. Yeah, I'm going to, are we done? Good. I'd like to introduce Saja from Liberia.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
So, I'm going to share a short story with you before introducing you to my business. Growing up in an environment where the standard of beauty is set, I firstly got my hair relaxed at the age of 10. Despite the burns of chemicals on my scalp, I wanted to feel like the princesses from Disney or the little black girls I saw on TV. And the only solution to that was relaxer. At such a young age, I was gripped by insecurity that stayed with me until my adulthood. My name is Sata Wahab. I'm 21 years old, and I'm the CEO and founder of NAS Naturals. According to bountifulhair.com, of 3,000 young women that participated in the study, 95% said they didn't feel as beautiful as women with straight or relaxed hair. In an interview with BBC Africa in 2015, South African hair blogger Melisutando Bongiri said, "Black hair has been treated with disdain for years, and that is because black people have been made to be a problem." Taking it back home to Liberia, where I come from, not only do young girls now feel beautiful and confident about who they really are, they also said 80% of 100 girls said they can't afford the price of imported natural hair products. And that's why at NAS Naturals, because we believe with confidence and self-esteem, young women can reach their full potential in society, we've created a product that doesn't just solve a problem, it's affordable and it's made from the best ingredients of West African. Besides just being a product, we're also involved, we also have our Africa First program, which seeks to create an environment where young girls and women with natural hair can celebrate themselves and be celebrated as well. Besides that, we've created a platform where young girls between the ages of 10 to 19 can be mentored, and they can also be helped to break down negative messages fed to them by the society and the media. Together, we've built a business that is just beyond profit, that is just beyond telling these girls and women to be beautiful. We've created a solution to help them feel beautiful about who they really are. In the next 3 years, we are targeting 10% of our total market size, and our number one competitor in Liberia, Monrovia, Eurohair is assumed to own 20% of the overall hair market in Liberia. In just 11 months, we've been able to, with a team of just 2 part-time employees, we've been able to reach over 3,000 people via our social media pages, transition 10 girls from relaxed hair to natural hair. We currently have 5 girls enrolled in our Edvin Girls Mentorship Program and have 3 cosmetic stores as sale points. Over the period of 11 months, we've been able to raise over $6,000 in revenue with expenses of $4,000 and profit of $2,000 plus. With a win from Anzisha, we'll not just be able to employ full-time employees. We'll also buy a mixing equipment, because right now what we use is the kitchen blender to mix our product. We'll buy a mixing equipment which will help us increase our production, and then we'll also be able to recruit more sales agents, creating jobs in Monrovia. We'll also expand the brand from just doing one product to also doing shampoos and conditioner and the rest of the kit. At Nas Naturals, we like to say it's natural and you're beautiful. Thank you for listening.
I can ask Isaac and Michelle.
Sorry.
So Isaac and Michelle can lead the questions.
Yeah,
no
do you mind if I start?
Yeah, of course.
As someone who's literally on the journey of going natural with my hair, this is really, really amazing. It's really hard to find natural hair products in South Africa as well, by the way. What exactly is, what are the ingredients in the, what is the key ingredient that makes it use? I assume you use it for your hair, right?
Yeah.
So what are the key ingredients?
So our key ingredients are basically natural products from West Africa, like shea butter, coconut oil, and honey, and glycerin.
And how much does a thing cost?
A cup is $5.
$5. Can I buy some?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful presentation, and you have beautiful hair.
Thank you.
I really like your business and the fact that it goes beyond just making money. My question to you is, where do you source your shea butter from? Is that the main ingredient? And
Yeah.
where do you source it, and at how much do you source it?
So currently, because we are on a small scale, I normally just buy the shea butter from market women in Liberia, and they source it from either Africa Coast or Ghana.
So you don't grow, there's none grown in Liberia?
No, it doesn't grow in Liberia.
Is it possible for it to grow? Oh, will that never happen?
So the shea tree takes about 40 to 50 years to grow and lasts about 500 years. So by the time I grow a tree,
it's gotta be over, right?
All right.
And what is the cost of, I mean, how much does it cost to buy shea butter?
So a kilo of shea butter is sold for $3.20.
The $3, and the other ingredients, because I'm just trying to think if you're selling this for $5, a kilo, okay?
Okay, so
yeah, that's pretty, that makes sense.
Anyone else got a question?
So what's your distribution model?
Okay, so because we started just last November, our distribution model for now is one, I sell personally. I take the products to schools and then I sell. And besides that, we've been able to get 3 local cosmetic stores to sell the products.
And how much does it cost to make one?
Okay, so without the percentage of the sales point, which is $1, the cost of making one product is $1.96. So plus the $1 I gave to the sales agent, that's $2.96.
And sorry, finally, so it's a product that falls within some control because it's used on the skin, and also do you have any plans around standardization and having it sort of registered with? I don't know what the standard organization is in your country.
Okay, so in Liberia, I tried reaching out to the government, and they said it's just for me to register the business. I registered the business, and then I also tried reaching out to the pharmacy board, and they also said I can go ahead and sell the products. So for Liberia, you just have to register the business. But if I have to extend the brand outside of Liberia, then it means I have to get the product tested for other countries.
So, but what about the, yeah, so actually that's a good question. obviously you use this product, so obviously for your skin type and your scalp, it works fine. But shouldn't you think about actually just testing it just for the benefit of your consumers? Because I have very sensitive scalp, so I have to be very careful about what I actually use. So maybe that's something to think about.
Yeah.
Because for products like this, you typically see a number is written on it for the number of months. You can use it after you open it the first time. So all of that sort of needs, maybe to just look at testing it so you can know the expiry dates and how long it can be used after you start using it.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Can I get a picture of it? Don't mind. Yeah.
For $5 you can keep it.
Can I have to buy one?
Yeah.
So after I buy one.
Okay.
Yeah, me
too.
She's bringing
We all want to buy one
at
after
the
the
gala.
gala.
She's bringing it at the gala. So
I'm not going to be at
I
the
want to
gala.
buy it for the gala.
If you don't have the
So
money,
it doesn't
I
finish.
have cash.
can we give everyone cash then so we can all buy it?
I'm sorry, I don't want the
Can we do
MasterCard.
business later? Thank you. Wonderful. So we're heading into the segment where the first language English speakers, or we've done those, and now we're heading into people where English is a second or third language. So they've elected whether to do it in English or not. Those that have elected to not do it in English, we've given more time, and there'll be a translator joining them. So we'll start to head into that now. Nothing to worry about from your side. Stephen will tell them how long they have, and that's all being prepared. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. So next up is Rebecca from Madagascar.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Rebecca Njianarsand. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Madagascar, and I'm the co-founder of Kaskasi. Kaskasi is a company which produces a 2-in-1 biofertilizer rich in potassium for farmers to grow their production up to 96%. Back in 2016, there was 30% of land arable in Madagascar. Only 2 years before that, it was still 71%. This huge decline is due to the use of chemical fertilizers. Mr. Naina has experienced that. He has lost 40% of his arable land due to the use of chemical fertilizers. This is Mr. Naina. Now, he needs a sustainable income. He wants the harvest to increase. Also, he is aware of the danger of using chemicals, but above all, he needs an alternative bio solution. By recycling organic waste in a specific biogas machine, Kaskasi provides Fambulena, which is a solution for the farmers' needs, simply because it's really affordable for farmers. Secondly, because it's money saving, because it's a 2-in-1 product. It's a fertilizer and an insecticide combined in one liquid product that you have in front of you. Last but not least, it grows the farmers' harvest up to 96%. However, Mr. Naina is not the only one who needs us in the country. There are still far a lot more. There are 15 million farmers in the country. Only 2 in 3 of them are aware of the danger of use of chemicals. There are 60% of them concentrated in the central and eastern part of Madagascar, where Kaskasi is located. For this coming year, we are targeting 5,000 customers, which is $80,000. Talking about dollars, thanks to this awesome training, we've put some more values on our products, on which we will make 61% of profit margin next year, and that is thanks to us, those awesome mentors that taught us how to give value to our product, which is really 3 times what we've made before. Seeing at all of those numbers, we can't imagine that Kaskasi started really from scratch. We started from $15. However, it was highly rewarding at the end of the year to see 1,300 in our cash balance. This is not only about the money, but also about the social impact we make. So far, we have 38 customers, which the harvest grown up from 10% to 65%, which is really huge for their economy. Lastly, we've already sold out 27,000 liters so far. From now, we have many things to come. The best is yet to come. We aim at implementing a new digester, 5,000 liter, a 20 cubic meter. We also aim at gaining 5 other large-scale businesses to buy our product. We aim at creating 100 employment by December 2018. But above all, we aim at selling biogas as an alternative bioenergy to charcoal in a couple of years. All of this was possible because of a team, because there was an awesome team behind that story, composed with 4 young women ready to change their world, ready to change their country. So this team is still aiming to work to make the change in the country. Thank you so much for your attention. Impatiently waiting for your questions.
I'm going to ask Gosi and Wendy to start.
Okay, I'll start. Very impressive to see a young woman tackling a major issue in agriculture and changing the habit of using chemicals. I would imagine that most of the farmers are older people, and it must be a challenge dealing with them. But just overall, what challenges have you experienced in building the business?
The most bold challenge we've experienced up to now was to sell the product the first time. That first step we didn't sell. We have only sold 3 liters the first month, which was really made us down, totally down, because we thought we had big dreams at the beginning. But then when that person who bought 7 liters from us had increase in their product, everyone else in the community was, I want to buy that. And then the second month, we sold out 250 liters.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Really amazing that you're doing this critically at this age.
Thank you.
So I think the first question is, what kind of organic wastes do you use for this?
All right. So we use our organic waste in different biogas machines. For example, we've already made for example, manure and all livestock manures.
Okay.
And also waste from our households and everything.
And how much does it cost to make this one?
To make this one, it costs $0.3.
Okay, and to sell it, how much do you sell?
We sell it, and not this one, excuse me, 1 liter.
Okay.
We sell it at 1 liter. So to make 1 liter, it's $0.3.
Okay.
And from these 2 years, we've always sold it from 0.5. But for this coming year, we are ready to sell it at 0.8, simply because our competitors are selling theirs at 1.2 till 1.5. So it's really a balanced difference between us and our competitors.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, great job. It's quite impressive, right?
Thank you so much.
I'm quite interested in your projections from 2017 to 2018. You will be going from about $3,000 to close to $1 million. And your price increase that you just mentioned, does not talk to those figures. So how do you intend on growing that drastically?
All right. So for now, we have already 2 signed contracts which are willing to buy 2,500 liters per month. So 2 contracts on that is already 5,000 liters. However, in the eastern part of Madagascar, there are already demands, a lot of demands. So we cannot accept their demand since we do not have the product yet. But if we have all of the materials needed, we will be able to give them, and even will not achieve what they are demanding from us. So that is how we are going to sell our product, because the demand is here and our production will be still here from the demand.
Do you have a follow-up question, Jane?
Yes, and in Madagascar, this space of transforming this organic waste into fertilizer, is it regulated? Do you have the right permits to be able to do that?
Up to now, we are the first one to make the biofertilizer in the country. As a result, we are not, how do we call that? We cannot be patented. However, we have a permit because it have already been in a specific laboratory in the country, so we have the permit to sell it. So that is how the status of the company is.
So your competitors are not in biofuels. They are
exactly.
They are not. They are
exactly.
They are offering the traditional. Oh, so they are not really your competitors.
Yeah,
really.
exactly.
Okay. Are you looking at bringing on board investors?
Board investors?
Yes.
For sure, we are willing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Well done.
Okay, please tally up your scores. Okay, so next we have Tariba from Sudan. So we have with us, just in case it's necessary, if something is not understood, someone's going to help us. But she is going to present in English.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I will start with a personal story. There was a girl, she was 16 years old when her father got sick. Everything in their life changed in a bad way because he was the only one supporting and working in their family. She knew that the life hit them strongly when the things started to disappear from the table. The situation was really bad that she and her brothers want to help, but they couldn't. You know why? Because the social norms in their country, that the students have to depend on their family till they graduate. After graduation, there is still a huge gap between their qualification and the jobs market requirements. So their economic status becomes from this to this. This is a personal story, and this girl is me. I am Swayba Abdurrahman Al-Haj. I'm 20 years old, and I am the founder of Jump Up Sudan. And I'm from this African country called Sudan. One of the biggest problems in my country, the social norms are preventing youth participation in jobs market, and weak university curriculum and lack of experience for university students. From that personal problem, I start to think why the community don't trust in our qualification. So I create Jump Up Sudan. Jump Up Sudan is It's a recruitment agency for university students to start their career from early age so they become economically independent by linking them with part-time jobs, opportunities, and training. How we do this? The employer finds his way to us, or we, Jump Up Sudan, go and search for jobs and convince the job owners. When we have the job, we open a call in the social media, and then we filter the data and choose the best student for the specific job. This is one of our goals. Sorry, it's in Arabic, but it's one of our goals. We are able to do this amazing job because of the spectacular team that Jump Up Sudan have, me as a founder, my 2 co-founders, and the rest of the team. Our growth plan is to reach 1,000 jobs from potential customer of 200 companies after year from the registration. And we are able to do this. Why? The big market of students, because youth represent more than 62% of Sudan population, and the huge number of the companies in Sudan in different industries, like tourism agency, training centers, hotels, food industry, and shops and salons. And from our past achievement in the last 3 months, we employed more than 59 students without having any office facilities and without being registered. And we built trusted relationship with 40 companies. Our annual office expenses. We have the office expenses and the salaries and the transportation. It makes $70,000. And the annual income, we take $3 from the students and we take $6 from the company, and they are willing to pay more because we follow the students and we follow the company. And we are aimed to employ 80 students per month, and Jump Up Sudan only charge fees for the first 3 months, and this is make $25,000. Then, one of our goals is, in Sudan, in 5 years, any company should, the students compose 20% of the staff, and we aim to build training centers and our own workspace because we aim to build a strong community of working students, so this place will become their safe place, and to create our own jobs, because now we're just linking between the students and the company. But if we refresh the uncommon jobs in Sudan, like EU pairing, tutoring, jobs that are not common in Sudan, we can create our own jobs. And to expand our reach in marketing, now we are just using the social media, but if we use the newspapers and promotional brochures, it will help us to reach more market. And our social impact is, this is our social impact. Now we recruited 59 students, so we touched 59 families and 59 small communities. This makes the student empowered economically and give him the sense of responsibility, because dealing with money is not dealing with anything else. And release their potential and creative thinking, networking, early job experience, career and skills development, inspiring other students, higher salaries after graduation, and opportunity for permanent jobs rather than internship after graduation. Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Junior and Gossi, if you quickly.
Tohiba, well done.
Thank you.
You mentioned earlier in your presentation that social norms are preventing participation. Can you elaborate on how now with the platform you're going beyond those social norms?
Okay. In Jump Up Sudan, we give. Can you help me? I'm sorry. في جنوب السودان احنا بنهتم بالسوشيال امباكت دايما بنهتم
We are in Jump Sudan, we take care and concern with the social impact.
بنفس ما بنهتم بتوظيف الطلاب.
And also we take care also with the employment of the student.
عندنا صفحة في الفيسبوك فيها أكثر من 50,000 لايك.
We have a Facebook page with 50,000.
Can I just rephrase? Can you give us a couple of examples about the social norms that you was referring to?
I was أمثلة من السوشيال أمثلة من النورمز
السوشيال نورمز اللي بتمنع الطلاب. اوكي. إذا أنت بتشتغل
If you are working or doing jobs,
وانت بتقرا معناها اهلك فقيرين.
So that means that if you are doing study and also working, it means that you are come from a poverty background. Okay?
And this is sensitive. دي حاجة sensitive بالنسبة للأهل.
And also this is very sensitive for the families.
And تاني الطالبات البنات زيي إذا عمرهم 16 سنة يفضل إنه يقعدوا في البيت.
They prefer to stay at home rather than to work.
Makes sense to you?
Yeah, makes sense to you?
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. We can move on.
Okay. We can clarify during the panel.
So, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, how do you make money?
Okay, how I make money? From the student, it's registration fees. I take $3 per month for the first 3 months.
Okay.
And then I don't take from the student. Then I'm take from this company $6 per person for the first 3 months also, and they are willing to pay more. Like for the social impact, maybe they give me more. So this is, and from the training sessions I make money.
Okay. Have you done any training yet?
Yes.
Okay. How many people did you train?
We made 2 in 3 months, but one of them was international speaker.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Are there any other questions from the
Yes, I'm curious. Why are you charging just for the first 3 months?
Because in the 3 months we follow the student. After 3 months we make sure that student is able to do his job, so we leave him for the company. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that's the question.
Yes.
If a company is not happy with something you give them,
we replace the student without taking a new money. Yeah, like if the students we take from the students $6 and we replace the student, we take from the other, like the 2 months. You got me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So I just want to clarify from Junior's question earlier. If I understood you correctly, what you're saying is that in Sudan, if you're a student and you're working, it means you're poor and you're struggling. So that's the social conflict.
Yeah.
Okay.
So family don't want students to work.
Right.
Thank you very much. As I mentioned, you'll be able to ask clarifying questions of Lorato in the panel. She understands all the businesses very well. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're heading into the francophone sort of segment. Junior, I'm going to ask you to ask a question first in French, please. Okay, are we okay with the scoring? Good, so I'd like to introduce Ibrahima from Cote d'Ivoire.
Bonjour, je suis Ibrahima Konaté, j'ai 22 ans.
Hi, my name is Ibrahima Konate. I'm 22 years old.
J'ai une licence en finance, comptabilité et gestion d'entreprise.
I have a bachelor degree in finance, accounting, and enterprise management.
Et je viens de la Côte d'Ivoire.
And I come from Ivory Coast.
En Afrique, les plus gros problèmes sont le problème de chômage des jeunes.
The biggest problems in Africa are unemployment
et l'autosuffisance alimentaire.
and self-sufficiency of food.
En Côte d'Ivoire, le taux de chômage est de 45% et en majorité de jeunes.
In Ivory Coast, the unemployment rate is up to 45%, and its majority are youth.
Si vous avez besoin de poulet en Côte d'Ivoire, vous avez 2 options.
If you need chicken in Ivory Coast, well, you have 2 options.
La première, c'est l'achat de produits. La première, c'est l'achat de produits frais dans les marchés. Et ces marchés, 80% de la production ivoirienne est vendue dans de mauvaises conditions d'hygiène, comme vous pouvez le voir sur ces images.
Well, the first option is to buy the chicken from the local market where there are poor sanitary conditions, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen.
Et puis, ces revendeurs constituent 60% de la part de marché en Côte d'Ivoire.
Even worse, these sellers constitute 60% of the national market.
Y a-t-il personne pour régler ce problème?
Is there anyone to fix this problem?
Non, maman, mesdames, êtes-vous prêtes à acheter votre poulet tous les jours dans ces conditions-là?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to buy such chicken from such conditions?
Ok, nos mamans en Côte d'Ivoire sont obligées de le faire parce que personne n'a trouvé de solution.
Well, Ivory Coast people are obliged to do that because there's no solution.
La deuxième solution pour acheter le poulet en Côte d'Ivoire, ce sont les produits surgelés qui sont importés, plus de 40 000 tonnes chaque année.
Well, the second option is to buy frozen chicken that is imported to Ivory Coast up to 40,000 tons per year.
J'ai donc décidé de créer la solution.
Well, I decided to create the solution.
Une troisième option,
A third option,
qui est l'entreprise Volaille d'Or, qui a pour vision de faciliter l'accès des produits agroalimentaires de qualité aux populations africaines.
which is the Volaidor enterprise that facilitates the access to fresh chicken to the African population.
Et ma motivation m'a permis de démarrer avec 107 $ que j'ai eu avec mon travail d'aide maçon sur les chantiers, de la vente d'igname au marché et de la gestion d'une cabine téléphonique.
I've only started by a capital of $107 in 2014 with the revenues of working in construction and selling iguanas in the local market, and of course dealing with my payphone store.
Nous avons donc mis en place un système qui consiste à passer de la production à la transformation et à la distribution de produits agricoles frais aux consommateurs finaux dans les ménages qui constituent notre cible principale.
We have established a system that comes from producing to manufacturing to delivering on the same day these fresh products.
Comme vous pouvez le voir, nos produits sont frais, beaux et livrés à domicile gratuitement.
As you can see, our service consists of delivering on the same day these fresh products.
Pour garder la survie de notre entreprise, nous vivons pour 3 valeurs.
To ensure the living of our product and enterprise, we believe in 3 values:
La qualité,
quality,
le prix,
price,
car nous passons de la production au consommateur final afin de réduire les étapes de la chaîne de valeur et d'attaquer le marché par les coûts.
The fact that our products come directly from the farmer to the consumer is significantly decreasing our costs.
Nous avons un service de livraison à domicile gratuit, quelle que soit la quantité commandée.
We propose a free service of delivery no matter what the quantity demanded is.
Et notre motivation nous a permis de grandir aujourd'hui car il y a 3 ans, j'ai démarré avec 107 $. Comme premier employé, 50% sur 2 mètres carrés.
And it's these values that allowed me to continue from $107 as a capital, 1 employee, to this.
Aujourd'hui, nous produisons et vendons 2000 poulets par mois.
Today we sell up to 2,000 chicken per month.
Nous avons une production de 1000 pondeuses pour 950 plateaux d'œufs par mois.
We sell 950 plates of eggs.
Notre espace est passé de 2 mètres carrés à 2400 mètres carrés.
We switched from our production space from 2 meters square to 2,040.
L'entreprise emploie 15 personnes, dont 8 permanents et 7 contractuels.
We employ 15 employees, 5 are permanent and 7 are temporary.
Pour parler de finances, je suis heureux de vous dire que mon entreprise fait du profit.
I'm happy to announce that in 2006 we have made a lot of profits.
En 2016, nous avons vendu plus de 150 000 $ toute l'année.
Our business figure was $115,000.
Pour un résultat de 38 000 $.
And our profits were $38,000.
Nous avons une base de données de plus de 1024 familles que nous livrons chaque mois.
We have a database of clients of a number of 1,024.
Qui est un point essentiel pour nous.
Which are our major consumers.
Parce que si nous vous livrons le poulet aujourd'hui,
because if we deliver the chicken today,
demain on peut vous livrer la tomate et l'oignon qui partira du champ et viendra chez vous à moins de coûts frais.
then we are able tomorrow to deliver you tomatoes and other vegetables.
Comme impact social, nous avons mis en place un programme pour aider les jeunes à sortir du chômage.
As our social impact, we have helped youth to get out of employment.
J'ai démarré seul en partant de rien et j'ai décidé que ces jeunes-là puissent se mettre ensemble pour réussir.
I've started from nothing and now youth are able to self-employ themselves.
Ils cotisent afin de pouvoir faire des plantations que nous rachetons et ils s'auto-emploient.
They are doing crowdfunding to implant food for our chickens.
Nous avons 50 jeunes dans notre programme aujourd'hui.
We have 15 youth.
Et ce qui nous a permis d'avoir le prix excellence du meilleur chef d'entreprise en Côte d'Ivoire jeune.
And that's how we can afford.
Notre vision, elle est simple.
Our vision is simple.
Je vous l'expliquerai dans les questions.
I would love to hear your questions.
Je vous remercie.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Junior and Wendy, if you could lead.
Merci Ibrahim.
Merci beaucoup.
Je sens beaucoup d'énergie dans ta présentation. Hein?
Je viens de très loin.
Oui, oui, c'est très bien. L'Afrique a besoin de beaucoup plus d'entrepreneurs, particulièrement dans les régions francophones. Ok. J'ai quelques questions.
Oui.
Il y a un modèle, il y a quelque chose que je ne comprends pas dans ton modèle.
Je vous explique.
Vous nous dites que vous livrez les poulets gratuitement.
Oui.
Ok.
La livraison.
La livraison est gratuite. Oui. Plus ou moins 2000 poulets par mois.
Oui.
Donc si vous avez une commande d'un poulet
oui.
Qui nécessite une livraison dans une direction séparée,
oui.
Comment est-ce que vous arrivez à le faire avec un profit?
Je vous explique. Madame, je vois à la maison combien de produits consommez-vous par mois en moyenne de poulet?
How much do you consume chicken per day?
Can I maybe translate the question?
Yes, please.
So in his model, is delivering the chicken for free. Okay, and they are delivering about 2,000 parcels per month. So I want to understand a bit more about this business model. I mean, if he gets 2,000 distinct orders per month, how does he manage to be competitive and make a profit by, by delivering them for free?
So what's the question?
Je vois à la maison, s'il vous plaît, combien de poulets consommez-vous par mois en moyenne?
In a day?
En moyenne, dans le mois.
Per month.
Maybe once a week. So
Once a
maybe
week,
4 times a month.
Une fois par semaine, 4 fois par mois.
Super. Donc nous, notre solution, on fait du porte-à-porte dans les cités en Côte d'Ivoire. Et nous avons commencé, et c'est comme ça que j'ai démarré l'entreprise. Nous avons ce capital de clients-là. Je vois à la maison, nous vous livrons vos poulets chaque début de mois. Et les livraisons sont ensemble. Dans une cité, si vous connaissez bien les cités, il y a au moins 400-500 maisons qui se ressemblent. Alors là, on a 200-300 maisons qui commandent leurs poulets chez nous chaque fin du mois. Et on leur fait faire des contrats. Et ces contrats-là, chaque fin du mois, vous leur dites, livrez-nous 4 poulets, 5 poulets. Et on vient faire une livraison d'ensemble. Au départ, je livrais avec des brouettes. Aujourd'hui, le prix excellence du meilleur chef d'entreprise m'a permis d'avoir un véhicule pour livrer. Notre production est vendue en une seule journée. Parce que toutes les commandes sont prises à l'avance. Voici pour répondre à votre question. Et le modèle que nous voulons créer, c'est un modèle de distribution qui sera dans le centre-ville. Où le client peut aller acheter son produit et il sait qu'ils vont abattre, et emballer et lui remettre son produit frais automatiquement. Ou il peut aussi aller s'abonner pour se faire livrer à domicile chaque mois gratuitement. C'est pour ça que je dis que le capital client est très important pour nous, car dans quelques années, ces jeunes que nous encadrons qui font des plantations aujourd'hui, leur production va vendre à qui? Au consommateur final. Regardez. Voici nos points de distribution que nous allons ouvrir. Et ces points de distribution seront dans les centres-villes, pas partout, mais ils vont couvrir en moyenne 5000 maisons qui doivent livrer chaque mois. Nous allons ouvrir le premier et ensuite franchiser un peu partout. Voici notre objectif, voici notre vision. Les déchets des produits seront utilisés pour faire du biogaz. Nous allons ouvrir nos restaurants comme KFC et préparer nos poulets avec les biogaz de nos produits. Nous allons prendre ces déchets-là pour en faire de l'engrais. Et cet engrais-là, nous allons donner aux plantations des jeunes Ivoiriens qui sont sortis du chômage. Et cet engrais-là, leur production sera utilisée pour en faire une production de maïs. Et plusieurs autres productions que nous allons produire l'aliment pour vendre aux fermiers. Pour développer l'entreprise, on n'a pas assez de moyens pour agrandir la production, pour nourrir toute la Côte d'Ivoire. Donc, nous allons unir les fermiers.
Ibrahim, c'est bon.
Merci.
So, can anyone summarize the answer for us?
I think we will leave that for when you're in session.
Yeah. Yeah, are we done?
No, we're not done.
Oh, okay.
Ask a question, but we'll leave it to Junior to summarize for us when we're in session together.
Okay. This is really inspiring to see a young person tackling a national issue. So I'm interested to hear what challenges you have experienced in building the business.
Pour construire ce business, nous avons différents challenges. Aujourd'hui, notre production est insuffisante. Et nous sommes obligés, nous avons été confrontés à un problème, on ne pouvait pas prendre de produits ailleurs. Pourquoi? Parce qu'on ne veut pas faire comme tout le monde. Nous avons une manière de produire très stricte. J'ai donc décidé de regrouper les fermiers en coopératives qui vont avoir un label de distribution de produits agricoles. Et ils vont respecter nos normes. Du coup, je n'ai pas besoin d'investir beaucoup. J'ai plus besoin d'investir beaucoup. Ils seront unis pour pouvoir produire la quantité de poulet dont j'ai besoin.
Yeah, sure. So what he remarked is that there was a lack of the product he's serving to the market. So the more he sells, the more there's demand. So yeah.
Voilà. Et ces fermiers-là vont produire pour nous sous notre label. Tu lui as déjà expliqué?
Yeah, sure.
Voilà, vont produire sur notre label que nous allons distribuer au consommateur final directement en plus de notre production.
So there will be more sellers under the franchise of Volidor.
Aujourd'hui, je n'arrive pas à bien travailler parce que j'ai trop de commandes.
He's very busy submitting his work to Commons and
Et j'ai donc décidé de mettre ce programme-là en place. Nous avons commencé et nous allons terminer avec le prix Anzisha.
Too much demand in the market.
I think we'll leave it there. I do think maybe if I think about being able to score, it would be worth a very short summary of the answer to your question. Can you do that?
Now?
Yeah, if that's possible, so that other people can score who didn't hear.
All right, so I'll ask him to say how does he manage to deliver the product for free and still make a profit. So he say he has done a couple of things. One of them is he has established some sort of agreement or contract with the buyers in that he can estimate the demand and deliver in bulk on whenever needed and not to deliver one at a time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well done. Thank you very much.
They're blowing me away. The one is better than that.
Yeah.
A lot of energy.
And they're all doing different things. They're all selling different things.
So, is there anyone other than Judy who would like to or be able to ask a question in French?
You know what? I can understand, but speaking is a very different story.
That's so I will, again, I'm going to ask Judy to lead, and then I'll call on one other. Good. So I'd like to introduce. Do you need another minute?
Just 2 seconds.
Okay.
And this chicken is cheaper than the frozen stuff that's imported.
He managed to compete with it. So it's a better quality. It's a better quality.
Yeah.
His biggest problem and when he asked.
So I'd like to introduce Fadwa from Morocco.
Okay. So he has created a label under which now farmers are producing under his label to meet the
I see.
So he's the farmers that are producing for him.
Yes, under his label.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jeez,
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Fadwa Moussel, co-founder of Boussole Création. The enterprise, Bonjour, je suis Fado Moussaïf, cofondatrice de l'entreprise Bouchard et Co-création. L'entreprise qui, au-delà d'un service ou d'un produit, offre un nouveau style de vie.
Hello everyone, my name is Fadwa and I'm co-founder of Bouchard Eco Creation, the company that offers more than a service or a product, but a new lifestyle.
Dans mon entourage, les jeunes entre 18 et 45 ans se plaignent constamment de la production de l'industrie textile. Ils trouvent que c'est une production qui est très identique, sans aucune authenticité, une qualité qui baisse et des prix qui augmentent de manière incessante.
In my community, people between the ages of 18 to 45 complain a lot because fashion products are becoming more and more identical, less authentic, with low quality, and the prices are getting higher.
Et là, nous avons découvert Boucharouette, une technique de tissage traditionnelle très peu connue dans les grandes villes.
And that's how we discovered Boucharouette, a traditional weaving technique that is not very known in big cities.
Cette technique nous a guidés vers Fatima, Miriam et Milouda.
This technique has led us to meet Fatima, Miriam and Milouda.
3 femmes qui n'ont pas accès à l'emploi à cause de leurs conditions de vie sociales et familiales très difficiles.
3 women who do not have access to employment due to difficult social and familial conditions.
Et c'est aujourd'hui, grâce à ces femmes-là, que nous avons créé l'entreprise Boucharouette Eco Création.
And we owe to these women the creation of Boucharouette Eco Création.
L'entreprise sociale qui a pour mission d'ouvrir l'accès à l'emploi aux femmes artisanes marocaines.
The company, the social enterprise whose mission is to give access to employment to Moroccan artisan women.
Grâce à la production et à la commercialisation de produits à usage quotidien, allant des accessoires jusqu'à l'ameublement, 100% tissés et noués à la main à partir de chutes d'industrie textile.
By producing and selling products that we could use in our daily lives, from accessories to furniture, and they are 100% handmade from textile waste.
Nous avons choisi de nous différencier de nos concurrents en avançant sur leurs points faibles.
We have chosen to differentiate ourselves from our competitors by tackling their weak points.
Nous maîtrisons à 100% notre technique.
Unlike them, we master really well producing our products.
Nous nous chargeons par nous-mêmes de notre production avec des matériaux de première qualité.
We produce them ourselves with great material.
Des designs uniques.
With unique design.
Un service de livraison au Maroc et prochainement à l'étranger.
A delivery service in Morocco and soon abroad.
Et une accessibilité plus grande à nos 2 segments clients principaux.
And the accessibility to our 2 main target markets.
Un marché marocain qui représente 25 000 $ de potentiel.
A Moroccan market representing $25 million.
Et un marché étranger qui représente un potentiel 2 fois plus important.
And the foreign market representing twice as much.
Selon leurs habitudes d'achat et leurs exigences, nous avons choisi comme principaux canaux de distribution le e-commerce, les concept stores, les exportateurs et les réseaux sociaux.
Based on their purchasing habits and requirements, we have chosen to use e-commerce, design stores, exportation companies and social media as our main channels.
Il y a une année de là que notre entreprise a commencé avec une équipe magnifique et endurante.
It has been a year now that we have started with a great team.
Pour qu'aujourd'hui nous puissions créer la première marque de l'entreprise, Idir.
So that today we could create our first brand that is called Idir.
Avec 4 produits différents.
With 4 different products.
Un chiffre d'affaires qui a doublé de la première année à la 2e année.
A turnover that has doubled from the first year to the second year.
L'établissement d'un écosystème complémentaire que nous pouvons dupliquer partout dans le monde.
The establishment of an ecosystem that we could duplicate around the world.
Et 13 partenaires dans différents domaines.
And 13 partners around the world in different fields.
Ceci ne sont pas nos seuls exploits.
These are not our only achievements.
Nous avons aussi changé la vie de 3 familles en augmentant leurs revenus de $30 à $120 mensuels.
We have also changed the lives of 3 families by turning their incomes from $30 a month to $120 a month.
sans oublier de vous mentionner que nous avons revalorisé plus de 3 tonnes de chutes d'industrie textile.
We have also upcycled 3 tons of waste textile.
Ces exploits doivent continuer de grandir et pour cela, nous avons mis en place 2 plans.
We must achieve higher. That's why we have established 2 plans.
Un plan A, sans investissement.
A plan A without investment.
Qui nous mènera à un chiffre d'affaires de 338 000 $ d'ici fin 2018 avec une marge bénéficiaire de 17%.
It will take us to $338,000 with a 17% profit margin by the end of 2018.
Et un plan B avec un investissement graduel de 30 000 $.
And a plan B with a gradual investment of $30,000
qui nous mènera à une évolution beaucoup plus rapide, un chiffre d'affaires de 1,3 million de $ d'ici fin 2018.
It will lead us to a faster growth and a turnover of $1.3 billion.
138 emplois créés.
138 jobs created.
Et une meilleure visibilité sur Internet au niveau national et international.
And a better presence in the Internet, in Morocco and internationally.
À Bouchard Éco-Création, nous ne vendons pas un produit. Nous injectons l'amour de la culture. Nous injectons aussi la protection de l'environnement, mais aussi la liberté d'expression.
In Bouchard Éco-Création, we do not only sell a product, we inject the love of culture. We inject the freedom of expression and the protection of the environment.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Well done, and thank you. Junior, if I could ask you to lead and Isaac to follow.
Merci Fadwa, félicitations encore.
Merci.
Okay. Dites-moi, quel est le revenu actuel de la société? Je vois ici sur mon brief, il est de $430, est-ce correct?
$430?
Oui. Quel est le revenu actuel de la société?
Le revenu actuel de l'entreprise pour cette année, c'est $5 000 et l'année précédente, 3 000.
Okay.
Presque 3 000.
Donc il devrait y avoir alors une erreur.
Oui, peut-être.
Parce que, voilà. Et donc, pouvez-vous élaborer comment est-ce que vous allez arriver à $338 000 à la fin de l'année prochaine?
Alors notre idée est de commencer à travailler avec des entreprises.
So can I just translate the question? I see on the brief here it says $430 USD per month. So I'll ask what was the current revenue. She said it was between
$5,000 for this year and almost $3,000
the previous year.
for last
So
year.
there's a mistake on the brief.
Yes.
No, but that's for the month, and she's talking about per
yeah.
annum.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's
this is per month,
and that's annum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's per year.
Yeah.
All right. So the question I ask is, how do you get to $330,000 a year, end of next year?
So our idea is to, sorry for my English, to stop working with only particular individuals and to work also with enterprises, because an individual only pays 1 or 2 bags per month or per 3 months, but an enterprise per month can buy from us at least 200 products, and it can go to 2,000 products. This is why it's different in plan A and plan B, because if we work without investment, we only can reach a capacity production that can serve the order of 200, 300 products. But with an investment, we can have more production, bigger production capacity, and then answer to bigger enterprises.
Great job. It's a
Thank
fantastic presentation.
Thank
Very
you.
clean design. Looks very
Thank you.
appealing for the eye. My question is about this new technique that you're using.
Yeah.
Is it in your strategy moving forward? You know, you want to make $330,000 next year. Is it going to focus on having many more women? Is it really hands-on, or are you going to mechanize and then reduce on the number of people that you're employing? So what strategy will you follow? And please elaborate on the technique.
Okay, so the technique isn't new. It's an old technique that has been used by Berber people. So as we can keep it authentic, we keep working handmade. The idea is to buy new weaving machines that also work
by hands.
Yeah, it works by hands, but it can work easier and faster. And we're gonna recreate next. If we can, We're going to recruit not only women artisans, but also young girls who don't have access to work. By this way, we can have people who can work for not only part-time job, but full-time job, and who can be more efficient. Yes. More efficient, so that we can just produce 4 times what we can produce now by women.
Following question, anyone?
Yes, I'd like to build on Junior's question on the numbers and the estimates that you're making. Is there a demand? Is there, how have you worked out? I presume there's a demand. Determined the demand for the products.
Okay, so we already have now an order from an enterprise that we actually. So we saw a little bit how much do they order and what do they order. By another side, we also work with concept stores. We already work with 4 concept stores in Morocco in many cities. So we know how many products they buy from us, how many products they sell. We did also surveys for the clients of the concept stores and for also the concept stores, so as we can know a little bit per month what do they sell and for who do they sell. And we also did some researches to know how much the export
and how much the exporting costs in Morocco.
Yes, and we found a real amazing potential. So we're working on that.
En moyenne, ça vous coûte combien de produire un des produits?
Ça dépend. Nous avons beaucoup de. It depends. The cost of the product depends on which product we have. We do carpets, we do bags, computer bags, and ottoman, and pillows. So each product has his specificity. But actually, our profit margin is 7% of what we make. But we can, of course, improve it by having a bigger production and increasing the time of production and buying a car.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Well done, Barbara.
Thank you so much.
If I'm correct, we're on to the last presentation. And then we can break for lunch and deliberation. Thank you so far. I'll give you a minute to score. And then I'll invite in last.
I'm going to Angola.
We're all good? Good. I'd like to introduce Vincente from Angola. Who will be assisted by translator.
Olá, eu sou Vicente Prize, fundador da plataforma Vicente News.
Hello, I'm Vicente Prize. I'm the founder of the platform Vicente News.
Vicente News é uma plataforma online que tem como objetivo de promover a música angolana
Vicente News is a platform online which is to aim to promote Angolan music
e contribuir para a expansão e desenvolvimento da música angolana em diferentes partes do mundo.
and to contribute to the expansion of Angolan music to the different countries of the world.
80% dos artistas angolanos
80% of Angolan artists,
não conseguem alcançar um grande público local.
they cannot achieve a local public.
70% deles
7% of them,
não conseguem ser ouvidos no mundo inteiro.
they cannot be heard all over the world.
Por este motivo,
For that motive,
criei a Vicente News para dar visibilidade na sua carreira
I created Vicente Music to give visibility to their career
e na expansão dos seus produtos musicais,
and the expansion of their products,
promovendo música desde a nossa plataforma
promoting their music
e nas redes sociais.
and the social media.
Promovendo seus vídeos hospedados no YouTube da nossa plataforma.
Promoting their videos, which are hosted on YouTube, on our platform.
Reportando todos os seus eventos.
Reporting all the events.
E publicar as suas atividades.
And make advertising of all the activities.
Nós temos grande número de visitas em diferentes partes do mundo.
We have a huge number of visitors from different countries of the world.
E temos grande número de seguidores nas nossas redes sociais, como podem ver.
And we also a great number of followers from different countries of the world, as you can see.
O nosso plano de marketing digital é este.
Our plan of market digital is this one.
Nós atraímos nossos clientes através da rede social.
We attract our clients through the social media.
Nós ganhamos visitantes.
We gain visitors.
Mantendo a nossa plataforma sempre atualizada.
Maintain our platform always updated.
Fácil de ser acessada.
Easy to be accessed.
Fácil de encontrar os seus artistas favoritos.
Easy to find your artist favorite.
E através das redes sociais também.
And through the social media as well.
Convencendo os nossos clientes através de contactos telemóveis.
Convincing our client through the cell phone.
E-mail.
Contacts. Email.
E fluxo de atividades.
And flow of work. Sorry.
Mantendo nossos clientes.
Maintaining our clients.
Convencendo-lhes que nós temos a solução para a sua carreira musical.
Convinced that we are the solution to their career.
Nós temos alguns parceiros.
We have some partners
que usam a nossa plataforma para fazer publicidade dos seus produtos.
That they use our platform to make the advertising of their products.
E eles pagam-nos $0,4 por cada clique nos seus produtos.
And they pay us $0.04 per click of their products.
Nós fazemos dinheiro promovendo músicas e temos 3 pacotes e cada pacote difere do outro.
We make money promoting our music and we have 3 packets and the 3 packets they have different.
Promovemos vídeos e temos 2 pacotes diferentes do outro.
We promote videos and these 2 packets are different between each other.
Relatando todas as atividades e temos apenas um pacote.
Relating all the activities and we also have 1 packet.
Por último, temos 2 pacotes para a promoção de eventos.
And the lastly we have 2 packets for the promotion of the event.
Nosso rendimento no ano passado
Our revenue for 2016
foi de $4.000.
was for $4,000.
Vendemos 20 produtos.
We sold 20 products.
120 por 10.
120 by 10.
50 por 20.
50 by $20.
30 por 30.
30 by $30.
E ganhamos dos nossos parceiros $900.
And we earn from our partners $900.
O custo de produção
The cost of production
e das redes sociais
and the social media
é de $1.800.
is $1,800.
E a nosso lucro é de 2.200.
And our profit is 2,200.
A nossa visão é ser a melhor plataforma em Angola.
Our vision is to be the best platform in Angola.
E uma ótima companhia composta por jovens africanos talentosos.
And a great company composed with young talent from Africa.
Aumentar a expansão em outros países africanos.
Increase the ramification from other countries from Africa.
E procurar novas estratégias para a inovação da música africana.
And look for new strategies for the innovation of African music.
E gerar mais emprego para os jovens.
And create more employment to the young.
A Vicente News empregou 3 jovens.
Vicente News employed 3 young.
Todos eles são gestores angolanos.
All of them they are from Angola.
Constituindo uma equipa de 4 jovens.
Which all constitute a group of 4 young entrepreneurs.
Obrigado.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rossi and Michelle to lead the questions, and the translator will help us.
Rossi, can you go first, please?
Okay, thanks. Okay, I saw from the numbers only the last year's revenue and profits. So, and I see the business has been around for 4 years. So maybe can you just share some historical numbers?
Ele disse que o negócio já está desenvolvido por 4 anos, mas ele só viu o ano de 2016. Pode dar abreviamento como é que está o negócio durante esses 4 anos?
Começamos a render somente no ano passado.
We started to have revenue only last year.
How many clients, artists do you have?
Quantos artistas tem? Clientes?
200.
200.
200 Angolan artists.
Todos os artistas angolanos?
São todos angolanos.
Yes, all from Angola.
Anyone else got a question?
What's your largest cost driver? So what costs you money the most?
O que puxa, o que faz gastar mais? O que tem mais despesa para ti?
Internet
É internet
e redes sociais.
e social media.
Movendo a
So
página.
the internet doesn't include like hosting,
Não tem
servers.
de ter os outros serviços. A internet hosting, ter os outros serviços.
Maintenance of the app. How do you maintain the app?
Como é que tu mantens a tua website? A manutenção?
Manutenção? Pagamos 10 mil kwanzas por, não sei quanto é que corresponde a dólar, 10 mil kwanzas em Angola.
He said that they paid 10,000 kwanza. He doesn't know to convert in dollars.
Okay, so my other question is, what's the reach, like the number of people they've reached locally, and the number of people they've reached internationally? So like the self-exposure, yeah.
Qual é o número de pessoas que tu já alcançaste localmente e internacionalmente?
O número de pessoas que já alcancei localmente são 200 artistas e o número de artistas internacionais ainda não começamos a ter.
He's talking about the artists. He says that local, 200 artists, but international, they don't have yet.
I mean, when he promotes the artists, like how many people has he reached?
Quantas pessoas quando tu promoves os artistas, quantas pessoas já alcançaram? Quantas pessoas visualizam?
Visualizam a página?
Quantas pessoas tu consegues alcançar?
Por dia ou tudo?
Is asking if per day or
like just some maybe monthly.
Monthly.
Or
Por mês.
Por mês são 3 milhões, aproximadamente 3 milhões.
3 milhões.
Por dia,
Per day?
100 mil e total são 55 milhões.
And per day, 100,000, in total there are 50,000 million.
It says here they get 3 million visits per month.
Yeah.
In this document.
Okay. And my final question is, does he intend to organize events?
Tens intenção de organizar eventos?
Tem?
Intenção de organizar eventos?
Com certeza tem.
Yes, of course. I have.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Yes,
One more question?
I was just curious to understand what would you use the money for if you were to win the prize money? How would you use it to build the business?
Se ganhares o prémio, como é que tu irás usar o dinheiro para construir o negócio?
Comprar novos equipamentos,
Buy new equipment,
estabelecer um local de trabalho,
establish a new local for the work,
expandir a Vicente News em outros países africanos,
expand Vicente News to other African countries,
criar canal televisivo e a rádio.
create a TV and radio station.
Okay.
Last question.
Who are the biggest artists in Angola, and are any of them on your platform?
Qual é dos artistas angolanos maiores, né? Aqueles conhecidos? Se tens eles na tua plataforma?
São vários.
We have many.
About who's the most famous
Quem é o
Angolan?
mais famoso de todos?
Francis Boy,
Francis Boy.
Is Francis on your platform?
O Franco na tua plataforma?
com certeza.
Good job.
Thank you, Anzisha. Well done.
I would have liked to hear the music.
Let's go to the website.
Obrigado.
Right. Well done, judges. That brings us to the end of our presentations for today. And we will adjourn for our very important deliberations of lunch. Thank you to everyone who watched, and we will announce the winner tomorrow night. Okay, so I think what would be best is if you could